Hello and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to kill my friends. I'm Andrew Gilbert, the benevolent dictator of Helpful Goat Gaming, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master. And I'm not alone. With me, as always, is the unbenevolent dictator of Helpful Goat, Galway, playing Mr. I used to like mushrooms, Charity.
Oh, it's true. He did used to like mushrooms. Hi, everybody.
Adam. Adam playing Mr. What the hell do I do with the massive plant thing? Burbage Kemp.
Hi.
Lena playing Mrs. I want to electrocute something. Stormbringer.
I do want to electrocute something.
And Jay playing Mr. I hear voices. Shh. No, you do. Yes, I do. I know. Shh. Vimeris.
You don't know me. Get out of my head.
Fun. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have one more person joining us a bit later. Ooh, secrets. But I will introduce her when the time is right. So, for now, feel free to doodle in the background while I talk about a couple announcements.
We're on the map.
Oh, you're on the map.
I'm like, you don't. Hatut Square is going to get it if you say that.
Whoops. My bad. Don't doodle. There we go.
Too late.
Somewhere there's a mark. Just so you know.
Okay, great. Okay, so now you can doodle in the background while I have some announcements. All right. Saturday at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 5 Mountain. That's every Saturday for the foreseeable future. We're going to be playing this game for a few hours, and it's fun, and we have a good time. 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's all good. We're going to have reruns of the previous Saturday's game on the following Friday. So last night we had last week's game being rerun on the same channel, and that's at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 5 Mountain again. So that's always fun. So you can always catch that on Friday and then watch us on Saturday and have a good time. We are incredibly close to affiliate. Actually, we only need one more subscriber to hit that 50 mark.
Wow.
Right. We are at 49 subscribers or 49 followers. If you could, that would be awesome. Hopefully, some point during the game, Galway will shout out that we have a 50th, and that would be cool. But anyway, so if you like what you see, please give us a follow. And we really, really do appreciate the support. And if you like what you're seeing, tell your friends, give us a tweet, smush all the like buttons, and no, I don't know. We already did MySpace. I don't know. Some other sort of form of social media. That makes
Archaic social media.
Archaic social media. Yeah.
Zanga.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Deep pull.
Oh, man. Oh, the memories.
Let's just all sit and think about that
bad
for
poetry.
a moment.
Oh, man.
So let's begin tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons. All right. Super smooth transition. All right. Previously on Goats and Dragons, the party went shopping and thieving. As the group explored Arcana Alley within Phidero, they discovered many items with magical powers. Some of them, like a particular sword, were beyond what the party needed at the moment. However, this one sword seemed to speak to Vimeris and urge him to steal him and then to attack his friends, promising, of course, vengeance all along. Luckily, he was able to withstand the sword's willpower and, with the help of his new family, was able to toss the cursed thing into the ocean. The group then set out to gather more information on the poisoner, and they were pointed to a halfling fellow, Amos Love, who knows everything, but is willing to feed his gambling habit with information. Luckily, Burbage won a few games of halflings and giants, while Charity kept buying drinks for him, and the little man gave up some valuable information on Bartleby Waxword, the person Charity went to see for healing just a few days before. The group rushed to Waxword's and snuck into his place completely silently, while he was making a deal with some creatures from the pit in his basement. They seemed to be buying slaves. When the group confronted them, most everyone fled, but Bartleby had other ideas. A massive battle ensued between Bartleby, his plant pet, and the party. Both Charity and Burbage came very, very close to death. Luckily, everyone lived through a surprisingly gruesome battle. Now, the party has discovered Waxword's plans. He has been slowly poisoning the poor to make it look like they've died. He's then been selling these people to Neogi, some lizard, snake, spider-like creatures that live under his basement. He doesn't know exactly what the Neogi are doing with the people from the town, but their slave control mechanism seems to be quite good. No one has ever returned from this hole in the ground. You learn a bit more about certain poisons also from his notes. Vimeris and Charity specifically are now able to concoct some anti-venom from some of the plants that grow in the desert using their herbalism kits. Shockingly, Waxford has been keeping notes on the secret slave trade of Phidero. A couple names have sounded familiar. Foley seems to be a strong man, forcing sailors into capturing people at sea and selling them as slaves. Milo, for certain, was among these. But also Meepus seems to have been one of these individuals involved as well. Though it appears he hasn't had a shipment for a long time. The notes also speak of someone called the Stranger, who has been poking around trying to find more information on him in the slave trade. For what purpose, that seems unclear, even to Waxword. Also, disturbingly, someone has been coercing or paying off the acolytes and the windmasters around the docks. Slavers have not been an issue with them, have not had issue with them at all. So to clean up, you had summoned the town guards, who have not only paid you for killing and the evidence of the poisoner, but have also paid a bit of bonus for each of the freed members of society, most of whom were from the Sandkeep or the River Slums areas, one of which was a young girl whom Charity had pronounced dead from the poisoner merely 2 weeks earlier. The guards made a big show of having killed the poisoner. They put it in the town crier's notes. However, you've been swept under the rug just a little bit, and while your name is not being flashed in front of everyone necessarily, there are many in town that know that it was you who acted specifically against the poisoners. This did allow Stormbringer and Burbage enough time, however, while the guards were cleaning everything up, to excavate the magical box from underneath the basement stones. You have taken that box with you and returned to the Winking Mast, needing a good night's rest. And in the morning, you will wrap up whatever you need in town, buy supplies, which most of you have already done. And later on today, please check in with Tellywood Tyne the caravan master heading to Bavalia. That is, if you still wish to continue on that path. So now, after a long rest, after a bit of shopping in the morning, you've awakened. You find yourself at the Winking Mast once again. A strange box before you. What would you like to do?
Charity sort of, as, everyone wakes up, is looking at it. So I understand why we took the magical box, but the last time that I got a box from Waxword, it ended up with mushrooms.
Do you want me to smash it first to make sure there's no poison in it?
No. Like, looks visibly alarmed. No, that's unnecessary. No.
What do you suppose this isn't?
I recall that my detect magic said that it was evocation magic, which is the hurting type. Probably not a good idea to smash it.
But if I hurt it first, then it can't hurt us.
Normally I might applaud that logic, but a fireball spell doesn't really care about an axe blade?
Well, is there any way that we can dispel it?
I don't know that we need dispel it. It could be a useful tool. Perhaps I can investigate it further and try to learn more about it. Here, just a moment. And I'll cast Detect Magic, and then try to examine the box and understand maybe what magic is in it, or how it's activated.
Sure, excellent. Give me an Arcana check then as well.
Okay.
Along with your Detect Magic. Right. It seems to be a small puzzle-like box, where if you sort of push in on certain sides, you will be able to open it. Though the box itself does not seem magical, its contents are. And that's about all you can tell from that.
Oh, Charity, does it rattle? Shake it.
Do you shake it?
Look, Charity, just shake it. You can't let fear
Hold it up
control your
next to your
life.
ear and shake it.
No!
I'll do it.
No!
Want me to do it?
Charity.
I'm just gonna sort of rattle it very gently. Very gently.
Yeah. There's a bit of a jingle to it inside. Oh.
Huh.
Um,
And that's why we shake things.
Thank you, Vimeris. I'm going to just, hey, Burbage, I'm see, it seems to be a puzzle box, so if you press here and here, I think it should disengage and open. As the most dexterous of us, perhaps you want to take the shot at that because you have probably the lowest chance of activating any traps. Also, I'm just going to reach out and sort of put my hand on your shoulder. You might need this resistance.
Yeah, all right. Step aside.
As you say that, Charity is like out the door.
Vimeris actually brushes up next to Burbage, and he... Wow, I tried to do it. Hold on. He's going to give you...
Enhanced
Bears.
ability.
Should I give him Bear's Endurance? Or what do you think would help the most? The Dexterity?
It's whatever you think.
I would, yeah.
This is
Whatever
meta.
you say.
A bit of meta, yeah. But the dexterity would help him like dodge something that's gonna happen. If you're pretty sure it's like poison that you're worried about, Constitution would be the best. Yeah.
And also Constitution gives him bonus HP.
Well, it is from the poisoner, so Constitution it is.
Okay. Whew, Burbage, you've never felt so good.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so I've just got to put one finger on here, and then another finger over here, and
Yeah, give me an intelligence check to see if you can get the puzzle.
okay.
Oh, you're having a hard time figuring it out. If you show it to someone else, they might be able to help you just a little.
Vimeris, can you take a look at this?
Okay. And he fumbles around with it a little bit. He's
Yeah, give me
never
an
seen anything
intelligence
like this
check.
before.
Yeah,
An intelligence check, okay.
please, yes. Oh man, yeah, you can't figure it out. Both of you now have got it. You can push in on this little thing, and then there's a small little loop that needs to either like come out somehow, or you'll have to
I
push
can
it.
just
From-
smash it.
From the back, you hear, "Oh, give it to me." Oh, and Charity's reaching out a hand for it, sort of wincing.
All right, are you sure about this, Charity?
No.
All
Well,
right,
you can even like look to see how it's unlocked with your intelligence check, and then give it back for someone to open if you want.
Well, I was gonna ask it, do I feel like the mechanisms on this are fundamentally similar to the box that he had sent me before?
Perhaps, yeah. So you're gonna get advantage
Okay.
with this intelligence check.
And just straight intelligence?
Yes.
Oops, did not click the advantage button.
But something is different. Yeah, something it feels weird, and you can't quite make it out.
You guys
The
want me to
person-
look at it?
These rolls.
This is great.
I'm not intelligent, but I am good at breaking things. So do you want me to look at it?
As
Can
long
we hide it from her?
as you promise not to smash it, look with
I
your
promise I will
eyes.
not smash it intentionally.
Okay.
Also, quick meta question, or quick question for the DM more.
Yeah.
Do I feel that guidance would help her at all?
Perhaps. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, so
it's a
I'll,
check. So
I'll reach out and be like, well, here, perhaps this will help you.
all right.
So I
Okay,
cast
let me see
guidance
if I
on
can
you, so you
figure
can
out
add a
this.
d4 to your roll.
Do you want to add the D4?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Smoke it while you got it.
All right. With an 18, that certainly is enough. You actually have seen something like this when you were a child. It's almost a Goliath kind of puzzle. You need a bit of strength to push in certain things and then pull a little bit of string out from different little areas. And it's all about applying pressure at the right times in the different areas of the box. And so something just clicks for you, and you're able to hear it kind of pop open. And if you want to open it, feel free.
Ramirez is just kind of staring slack-jawed.
You guys thought dumb barbarian couldn't figure things out, but I did.
No,
Yeah,
I was just
kinda
afraid
did
you were
think
going to
that.
smash it.
Do you want me to open it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll open it.
All right, you open it up. There is, it's completely covered in dirt.
It's
like-
just dirt, you
yeah,
guys.
it's just dirt. Is basically what
It's
you
just
see.
it's just dirt. It's full of dirt. I don't know why dirt was jingling.
I'm gonna.
This is a different type of magic than I sensed when I had the poison box, though.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel a little better about that. I'm gonna use my detect magic to focus on the dirt now. Do I see any specific object?
Yes, you can actually start to make out something kind of long and thin, and then something sort of crumpled up on one side, underneath the dirt.
I'm literally having a hard time picturing what this looks like.
Yeah, so you have a box that's completely filled with dirt, and then just some glowing magic from something that's slightly buried.
I'll probably delicately reach out, obviously kind of wincing as I do. Actually, and then I'm going to pause with my hand almost into the dirt. And you go, no, learn. But I'm going to cast resistance on myself.
Okay.
And then
what are you reaching for? The clump or the long, thin thing?
Which one was
giving off this evocation magic?
Which one is on top? Well, actually, the other thing is, do I feel like now that I can see them, I might be able to tell better what this magic is? Like if I Arcana checked again?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Just because something has changed. Like now I have a form that I'm looking at.
Yeah. It's really difficult, yeah. Basically, all you can make out is the evocation. But you can make out the shapes better. And actually, one of them seems to maybe be wand-ish.
Like, Charity is basically doing deep breathing exercises. Like,
Charity, I can just reach in if you want. It's okay. I'm not scared of dirt.
sometimes we have to face our fears. And I'm not afraid of the dirt!
Oh.
So what are you afraid
Okay.
of? What do you see?
Whoa.
What do you detect?
The last time I got sent a box like this, I ended up vomiting mushrooms. That was a fun day, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't it? Remember
No,
that time in the dungeon
wasn't.
where I was dying? That was fun.
No.
That was kind of gross, dude.
Yeah, it was. How are you feeling, by the way?
Better. I'm assuming that that's
Good.
true.
Yeah, you're fairly nauseous still, but
But I don't
But
feel
you're
like I
able
have
to breathe
ongoing
much better.
effects or
no, you don't feel any ongoing effects.
so I'm gonna probably reach very gently towards the wand.
Okay.
Or the thing that looked like a wand.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna lose a hand.
I'm already freaking maimed.
You pull out of the dirt this long wooden piece with kind of a silver sort of circle on the end of it. And it does appear to be a wand.
Zerp.
What's it made out of? Wow.
It's made out of birch.
Okay.
I just see a die roll as I've picked up the wand, and I didn't see the color for a second, so I'm like, oh good. Oh good, this is what I wanted. Okay. This one's a wand. There's something else in there. I can't tell what it is though. Sort of a
Do you want me to stick my hand in the dirt?
want is a strong word.
Okay. I stick my hand in the dirt. To pull out the other object.
All right, you pull out almost like a necklace then from the dirt, and you sort of shake some of the dirt off of it, and it appears to be like a choker necklace with kind of small, semi-sharp like rings around it.
Okay, just completely out of game. That sounds super uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does.
that sounds like a torture device, not so much a necklace. But
Like it's got a leather strap on the inside enough where,
Yeah.
as long as you weren't like bending your neck too much,
okay, yeah.
It,
Again, this doesn't sound
would
like a
be
great
okay.
fashion accessory.
not great.
Does sound mildly hot topic to me though, so I'm gonna eye Vimeris.
Look at me.
So now that these are out, and Detect Magic is still up, are they both Evocation Magic still?
Yes.
Okay. And then could I do an Arcana check to try to discern what each of them were, like individually?
You can try. You're pretty sure so far you could attune to one of them to kind of get the full sense of it.
Do you mean like to one or the other of them, or do you mean like only
Or
one
both,
of them
yeah.
feels like attunement? Okay, I was just making
feel
sure.
They feel like attunable items. So you can either try to find a way to cast Identify. You could try through an Arcana check. it'll be difficult, and you could try.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself. And then
Okay.
I'm going to Arcana check the wand.
Okay. Hit me. Nice.
And-
You're getting a feeling of nature magic
Okay,
with it.
so 14 total.
And yeah, with a 14, then you could probably guess that it's probably like a wand of entangle of some sort.
So I'll say to Vimeris, this feels like it's natural magic. Perhaps entangling magic? Would you like to hold on to that one for a second?
Okay, and I'll take it.
Then I'm gonna.
Cool. And again, it's something you would have to attune to, you think, to be able to unlock its actual power.
I mainly just. I just thought that you could hold it and see if you got any better sense of it for a moment while I check the other one. And I'm going to cast guidance on myself again.
All right.
And then Arcana check the choker. And I'm really worried about
Gotcha.
that word.
I'm getting nervous too.
You're not sure what this
And the
does.
D4. Sorry.
Yeah.
9.
You're good. With a 9, yeah. You're not sure exactly what this does. It feels weird.
I'm going to sort of look around kind of sadly. Just like, I don't really know what this one is. It makes me a little nervous. I suspect to find out what it does, one of us will have to attune to it.
Couldn't Vimeris also try looking at it? He's a magic dude. I've seen him turn into things.
Kind of looks at Stormbringer like, what?
I'll poke Vimeris and give him guidance. Good luck, buddy.
Okay. What should I should I use Arcana? Should I use Nature?
You can roll Arcana or Nature if you want to try to get the exact kind of nature out of something, or Arcana if you want to just experience its magic, or History if you want to see if you've ever actually come across one of these before.
Oh. I'll try that one.
Okay.
And
on which one was this one?
History.
I think it's on the choker.
On the
On
choker.
the Choker, yeah.
You can't quite sense the magic necessarily in it, but you're pretty sure that you've seen similar kinds of things. And to the best of your knowledge, this would be a what's called a sharp choker, and if as a bonus action, the choker probably could whip out and slice things within about a 15-foot radius before returning back to its normal size and everything.
That's
Okay,
pretty awesome.
Vimeris tosses it to Burbage.
You're pretty sure, that's what that does.
And Burbage isn't looking, so it slaps him in the face.
Ow!
One of the sharp bits kind of cuts you just a tiny bit there.
And that's why you should wear it.
Do you know what that does?
I explain it to them.
Doesn't that seem like the type of thing that might be good for Stormbringer?
But I'm not good at fighting, Charity.
So wait, how does it work? You wear it, and blades come out of it?
And then it becomes incredibly pokey, and then it's less pokey.
Pokey. What do you think, Stormbringer?
I mean, yeah, I like sharp things.
I toss it to Stormbringer.
All right.
And Vimeris, if you wouldn't...
Oh, wait, does this require attunement to work?
It would, yes.
I have a -1 modifier. Can I still attune to one thing?
Absolutely.
Or
yeah.
nothing? Okay.
No. Yeah, one thing is fine. I don't think your shield required attunement.
It didn't.
Yeah, missile deflection.
What were you going to say, Charity?
If possible, do you think I might try to use that wand?
Oh, absolutely. And I hand it over to Charity.
And then I would actually try to attune to it.
Excellent. So you kind of meditate for a second and are holding the wand just right in front of you. And as you're focused on the arcane energies of this thing, you can feel a bit of the nature magic sort of wash over you, and it calms you just a very little bit. You feel yourself almost rooted to your place sitting there. And then something starts to happen with your fingers. They feel a bit numb. And you look down as your right hand, almost like the fingerprint has turned to wood. And then it starts to spread up your fingers. It's completely now your middle finger is wood, and it's starting to be very, very painful. You really don't think that this is a good thing.
Is he taking damage?
Can I disengage from this in any way?
You can throw it. Yeah, you can throw it down.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to stop. Now the ring finger begins to stiffen and start to turn a bit to wood.
Do I feel... so, 2 questions.
Yes.
1, I feel this is a bad thing.
This is very, very bad.
And 2, do I think lesser restoration could help?
Yeah, yep. It doesn't hurt.
Guys?
Do you want me to break the wand, Charity?
No, not right now. So I will cast lesser restoration on myself.
All right. It stops all of a sudden. It stops spreading, and you're just able to start to bend your fingers again. Though your ring finger and your middle finger seem to have now completely been turned to wood.
But
Though
he can
you
bend them?
are able to bend them, yes.
Oh, it would appear to be booby-trapped.
Just so you caught it quick enough where it didn't spread up your hand, so you don't think anything actual damage is done. Though you're really worried that 2 of your fingers are now wood, and you feel nothing at all in them.
Is
Though
he
you can still
attuned to it
bend.
now?
No, you're not attuned.
That seemed like a failure.
Yeah, that seemed...
Have I ever heard of this? Is this something that maybe a druid could help with?
Perhaps. Do you want to attune to it?
Oh, no, not at all. I was talking about the wooden fingers.
I just want to not be wood anymore.
You're not exactly sure. No.
Okay, yeah.
And Charity, I'm just going to put the wand in your inventory for now.
Oh, yeah,
Not
no,
in the
I'm
inventory in
I'm
your
just
journal.
immediately gonna. Maybe you.
Well-
you're more nature magic-y, Vimeris. Here you go.
I do not want it. Do not hand that to me.
Do you want me to break it?
No.
Are you sure? It seems like a jerk.
Well, okay, ask Charity.
Charity, do you want me to break it?
I'm not sure that's a good idea either.
We could burn it. I've seen you start fires.
Let's have a team vote.
All right.
I vote breaking it. It seems like a jerk.
I abstain.
Burbage.
Yeah, I mean, my inclination would be to break it, but what if we need it to help turn Charity's fingers back into normal tiefling fingers?
Okay, I vote
That's
to
a good
keep it. So
point.
your vote will be the deciding factor, Burbage.
All right, yeah, let's... Wait, you voted for what?
To keep it.
Yeah,
To not break it.
I mean, again, Stormbringer, I love how you always want to break things.
I do
I
too.
think it's really cool. I
Yeah.
like seeing you break things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot in me right now that really wants to see you break this wand.
Yeah.
But
Stop hyping her up!
I'm fighting that urge in me, to try to make a level-headed vote in this situation, and I think we should hang on to it and, just keep an eye out for an opportunity to help our pal Charity here with his wooden fingers. How you doing over there, Charity?
I'm
He seems
just
fine.
contenting myself with the knowledge that his soul is being pulled apart inch by inch every second for eternity.
So who wants to attune to the choker?
Yeah, I totally will. Unless someone tells me not to.
All right, so you put the choker on,
No!
and you just,
I would actually be... Charity would actually be screaming no as soon as you mention
Damaris
it.
is backing up.
Charity Damaris said it was. He said he knew what it was.
I thought I knew what the wand was. Clearly was wrong.
I'm going to take the choker from Stormbringer, and I'm going to jump up onto the bed and just, hold it up in the air. Well, that's not going
So, like at my head height.
yeah, like a lower than her head height. She's
Yeah.
looking down on you.
I take it. Guys, have you ever... I think we did the wrong thing by taking this box out of the poisoner's basement. Is it just me? This is bad. We should-
It does appear to be bad, yeah.
We should put these things back in the box and just not
Yeah.
open the box again.
And
could-
smash the box.
We
And
could,
then go get breakfast. No.
we could also
hungry.
go back to that store that bought magical items from us. They seem to have a way of identifying them.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, then maybe they could help us out.
that's a good idea. And then I can attune
And-
to the choker.
If they don't seem useful, we could sell them off so we have a bit of extra coin before the trip. If they do seem useful, well, that way we know.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. That sounds that you are a very reasonable Charity. I'm glad you're so reasonable, Charity.
Sit there looking at my fingers. Yeah, me too.
All right. So you then will travel back up to Arcana Alley. Steering clear of...
I'm also going to turn to
Oh, that's
Damaris.
extraordinary.
You
armaments.
might want to be a cat
Thank you.
for this part.
Oh, actually, I'll turn into a desert rat, and I want to be held by someone.
You can
Aw.
be on my shoulder, or in my pack or something.
Yeah, and a satchel and
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you're in my
Yeah.
pack then.
So I'm totally rat mode.
All right.
Rat mode.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
So yeah, we'll
Okay.
go into...
And did you want to go into Bonafide Arcana?
Yeah, that's where I'd
I
seen the guy, apparently cast Identify, or something very similar to it, right?
Okay.
Like, he
Yeah.
seemed to know what that item was.
Right. Yeah, you walk in and you hear just a little bit of a ding. And then out from the back comes one of the brothers. Oh, yes. Greetings. How are you? What did you bring me today?
We had found a couple of items which I believe might be magical, and I wanted to see if you would be interested in acquiring them.
Oh, let me see. Put it on the counter.
Yep, so I'll put the wand out.
Yeah. This is interesting. It is magical. Yes, yes. I could tell you what it does for 20 gold pieces.
And I'll pop the other one up and say, perhaps you could tell us what both do for 30?
Oh, I like what you're trying to do here. But I am a businessman.
True, but if they are not something that we end up needing, you will have the opportunity to buy them.
Oh, but
We've-
if you're looking to sell them, I cannot say no to such a deal. Yes, 30 gold, and I will tell you what they both do.
Hooray! Charity's broke now.
I can pay for it. I'm not going to spend my gold on anything else for a while.
All right.
Okay. Charity is not broke anymore.
All right, Stormbringer, yeah, you put the gold on the table. You see him do several sort of incantations over these.
As he's
this is the
doing
first time
them,
you've seen him really do
I'm also-
magic. But
I'm also going to do
Yeah.
a very quietly just guidance on myself.
excellent. Okay. And he comes up and he says, "Oh my!" And he looks at the choker and he says, "This is a interesting, very powerful magic item. You put it on your neck, and it can expand and whip around and slice up your enemies or your friends, depending on what kind of night you are having." And then he does the same to the wand, and he says, "Oh my! This is a beautiful magic item. It is a wand of entangle. You point it at the enemy, the roots grow up from the ground, and they wrap around him, and they hold him in place until you kill him. It's beautiful items, very beautiful. And if you do not want them, I would take them off your hands."
Wait. But how do you
Yes.
use that thing without turning into roots yourself?
You point it at a bad person.
Charity.
I'm
Were you pointing that wand at yourself while you were attuning to it?
no.
Wait, what happened when you were attuning to the item?
I wave at him with my wooden fingers.
He's like steps back and says, "No, there's no. This is very. Oh no, sorry." And he grabs a large purple cloth from underneath the table and he wraps up the wand in it and he hands it back. He says, "That sounds like a cursed item. I do not deal with cursed items. No."
Do you know how to get curses off of items?
This is something you would ask a priest, not me. Get it out of here. I don't even want to be seen in my establishment.
Could you not detect the curse? And thus, are you sure that the choker isn't cursed?
I am not sure. If you receive these from the same person, I would get your money back right away. These are very, very bad things. I could not see past the enchantment at the curse underneath it. It is high-level magic. Very bad.
Huh. Well, at least his soul is being torn apart every second of every day for the rest of time.
Okay, that's creepy, but please get out of my place.
Just as
I don't know who you're talking about.
just as a question, do you know
Yes.
anyone right in the area, perhaps Moxie, that might be able to do something about the fingers?
About what?
My fingers? Mildly inconvenient?
This is something you should ask someone else about. I do not know anyone. That is, you're praying to gods at that point to restore fingers. I don't deal with this.
Thank you for your help.
Yes.
Yeah. So I should attune to the choker?
No.
No, Stormbringer. Were you listening at all? Let's get out of
Ye-
here.
Kind of.
All right. Yeah, you exit out of his place.
Priests. Do we know any priests?
None
Squeak,
that I
squeak.
want to talk to.
Ponwea is a priest. Kind of.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
I think the rat is trying to say something.
Squeak.
Did you when you transformed, was the sigil? Did you have that on the outside?
How big is it?
It was
Oh,
big
it's
enough
quite-
to go around your neck. So
It was
Or
quite,
however
yeah,
it was
well,
quite
wouldn't that
small.
be too-
The sigil
Okay.
itself is quite small. Like a rat
Rat.
could pretty easily hold it.
yeah.
I mean-
so I transform and it was on the ground and
Yeah,
like
like
my little
you
rat
would have
hands, I grabbed it.
you would have had a hard time like walking with it, but if you were in my pack anyway, yeah, you wouldn't have had a problem.
Okay. Well, I'm still just squeaking at you.
Okay.
I'm going to message you. Do you have something you want to share?
Oh, right, this thing.
Yeah.
I was just going to agree with Stormbringer about Ponwea.
He is kind of a priest.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to see him since we're heading out right now.
Well, I guess, I mean, you're fine, right? Except your fingers are wood.
Do I feel like it's going to affect anything?
No, there are no metagame. There's no stats that would affect any.
And it's not like
wouldn't affect any
affecting my
roll or anything
dexterity.
like
I
that.
could cast spells,
Nope.
etc., etc.
Absolutely. Yep. You can absolutely bend it almost as if it was real. You just can't feel anything in those two.
Neat.
And there would.
So we'll just hope we run into a priest
I
on the
guess.
caravan.
Or when we get where we're going.
Yeah, to that place we're going.
Bavalia?
Yes.
Yeah, there. So I would be probably fine. The one thing that Charity would do, either as we're heading out or
Yes.
would have done, I'm not entirely sure on where the timing of this is.
Yeah.
I would pass. Basically, when I passed my notes around to the Sandkeepers
Yes.
and my agents in the Sandkeepers' quarter, I would have said to them that they should listen for any news of Foley and his
Okay.
location. They should not attempt to interact. They should not ask questions. Just listen if something came
Excellent.
up. And the same for Pale Spiders.
Okay.
So they're at least sort of gathering information, but I want them to do it like very, very safely. I don't want them,
Excellent.
asking around or anything.
Right. So there was a letter that was sent around the Sandkeeper quarters, as well as the river slums, I believe, and I believe Burbage sent it around the river slums.
Yeah,
with
we
his name
replaced
on it.
his mark. His sigil.
Right. Would one of you like to read the letter
Yeah, I can do that.
to the stream so that they can get in on that?
Once I scroll back up to it. Oh, dear God.
Okay.
So, sent around to the members of the Sandkeepers' quarter was, my family and I have ensured that the poisoner will no longer threaten you or yours. Take care of each other, and remember that there are others who care about your safety and your concerns. Be well, the family. Underneath that was a small sigil that Charity has used among some of the Sandkeepers that have helped him with things in the past. So it would be recognizable to a small group of people, but it's not like signing his name. Not
Right.
even everyone in the Sandkeeper quarter would have known that, but the people he handed it to knew, and then were probably verbally passing on that this was Charity and that group that others may have seen him with. Burbage, I believe, did put a similar mark beneath the family for passing around the river slums.
Yeah, mine was just like a small picture of a little penis.
Okay.
Which everyone knows is Burbage's symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually can 100% buy that.
All right. Is there yeah, so what would you like to do? And if you're heading toward the caravan, is there anything left to do in town before you go? Or anything you'd like to get started while you're gone? If that makes sense.
I would want to queue up sort of that information gathering. Outside of that, I don't think I do. I would probably have also met with Aliyah to go over sort of notes for my current patients.
Excellent.
Just to comment on like, okay, this is what to do, blah, blah, blah. Do not send them to Waxwords or anyone near Waxwords. Curse his name in your prayers every night.
Will do. All right. Did I assume Stormbringer and Vimeris never really checked out of the Blue Fort Inn?
They've got
No, I never
dead
went back.
body in
Never
her
went back,
room.
I assume. Okay, just making sure. Just wrapping up some things. All right, so with that, if you want to, you can head up toward Locktown and meet with Tellywood Tyne.
Sort of sitting there staring at my wooden fingers.
So I'm still inside the satchel, and you just hear my voice. Are we finally leaving Phidero?
Yeah, we're leaving Phidero.
Oh, phew.
I'm gonna message to
You get
the
to
other
the-
to the other two.
Yeah.
He's excited, or just I'm just gonna say he's excited. We're leaving.
Aren't we all?
Pretty much.
Always like a road trip.
So as you get to the gates, then up here, you see that there are several guards there, and they've been now pushing people back from the doors,
Oh my God, why?
and they're trying to close then the gates. And these gates are very large, heavy wooden gates with iron bars on them. And then the walls go up about 25 to 30 feet up. It's very impressive, though these gates have hardly ever been closed. You can see that they're having to dig out a lot of sand in the path of these doors, trying to close them. And they are sort of pushing people back and shoving people back and saying, "I'm sorry, there's no one in today. You can try again tomorrow." And then you kind of get up and are asking to leave outside the gates. And that seems to be no problem at all. They don't mind that. It seems like they're only keeping people from coming in at the moment.
I'm gonna sort of go to someone who looks not like they're necessarily in charge, but certainly, might have a little more information about it among the guards.
Yes.
And be like, excuse me, sir. Thank you for facilitating our exit on this caravan, but why are you closing the gates?
Oh, I'm sorry. High orders.
It just Ponwea, when he told us to head this way, hadn't mentioned anything about the gates closing.
Oh, he's one of them that signed it.
Oh,
We're closing the gates for the moment.
do you have any idea of when you might be reopening them?
Try again tomorrow.
I'm inside the city.
Well, you look like you were leaving. I'm sorry.
Well, yes, but I'm not okay. At this, Charity's just going to kind of be like, okay. And rejoin the others.
All right. And then several people were coming in hoping to kind of trade some goods today. And they're starting to kind of spit and yell at the guards as the guards are closing the gate behind you. Then. And you sort of look at your last few moments looking down on the Phidero, and the sunlit city seems to be gleaming and very beautiful, especially compared to Locktown, which is this area right outside the gates. You immediately are looking around, and you see a very different kind of people. It's not that these people are poor, though they certainly are, but they are simply different. You see more tieflings out here. You see orcs. You see kobolds that are carrying supplies. This is a large demographic of the city that has remained sort of separated from a lot of people. It's not the typical human, orc, dwarf, halfling variety that you normally see within the city walls. And certainly it's a bit rougher out here as well. The streets are not paved. There are cobblestone at best. And you sort of look back as the doors are closing onto kind of a generally safe environment that you're leaving behind.
Yeah.
Though it only looks that way in appearance.
That's the funniest thing you've ever
And as
said.
the gates shut completely, it just everything feels just a bit colder out here.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
Yeah, but you're supposed to kind of go up the road a little bit to Munabee's camels, and that's where you're supposed to meet Tellywoodtine. And even now, you can see down the street there's a small caravan forming.
And that's where like our wagon and our mules and stuff were.
Yes,
Set
yep.
up, okay.
The wagon and the mules that you've and a lot of the supplies that you've ordered have been delivered here.
Okay. Is there like sort of a little side alley right next to me here?
There is, yeah.
I'm just going to kind of quickly step into it and say, you might want to stop being a rat now.
And Vimeris comes out of the bag and he transforms, and the sigil drops to the ground, and he drops to the ground. Like, it's just dusty, so he gets up real quickly and he dusts himself off and picks up the sigil. Now he's very noble again.
Excellent.
No one saw that.
I'm just gonna shake my head. Won't say anything. However, I might suggest, and at this I'm gonna sort of, shift my pack on my back, and you're gonna see me hold my quarterstaff for just a second, and then cast Shillelagh. Oh right, that's only 1 minute. But still, it's ready that way. Like,
All right.
it seems like a bit of
through some dangerous.
it seems like a bit of a rough area.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because as you're approaching the caravan, you see a scuffle up ahead, and dust has been kicked up, and you hear some voices shouting, and then you see kind of a large hobgoblin just flung outside of the dust of this area onto the ground, and the dust sort of parts, and you see, well, Darcy, would you like to describe Hakari standing there all proud, having just thrown a hobgoblin out of her midst?
Sure. Hakari is a tiefling. Her horns, she sort of files them off so they're a little hard to see, but she has bright red hair and some fangs when she's smiling, and right now she's smiling. I'm smiling. I threw a hobgoblin out. You can see a tattoo of a red spider on her, I think it's her right shoulder? On my right shoulder, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. That's probably about it. I can't really think of anything. Sorry, I can't really think of anything else, but
Okay. Excellent. So behind Hakari, as the dust has now sort of gone aside, you see a rather old woman, and this you recognize as Tellywood Tyne. She's obviously seen battle. She has a scar on her cheek that reaches down to the tip of her chin. Her voice is gruff, yet commanding, and even in her advanced age, there's something about her that feels fierce. And standing alongside this tiefling, there are two women you don't necessarily want to mess with. And she claps Hakari on the shoulder and says, "Oh, that's a girl. I was hoping you would be useful already." And about that point, you are sort of all striding up as the hobgoblin is running away at this point. And she looks over at you folks and says, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
We were sent by Ponwea?
"Oh, you're the group. I didn't know there'd be 4 of you. That's a lot. Okay, well, you're going to be with Hakari here. You're going to be on... your main detail is going to be guarding the caravan itself. I assume Ponwea explained what I needed."
Does Ponwea ever explain anything?
"Oh, that's true.
He didn't even tell you that there were 4.
I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
you didn't know there were 4 of us. He just told us, hey, there's this caravan that I can get you into that will get you where you need to go. That was about it.
Oh, that daft old man. He's... I told him
Daft
that
like
I
a
needed
fox.
more... I told him I needed more security on the caravan, and... well, do you mind? I mean, it's not a hard job. Everyone has their own guard, essentially, but if experience has taught me anything, it's that they will only defend their own wagon. They won't defend the entire caravan, and that becomes very, very dangerous in the long run.
I don't see why that's a problem.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Excellent. And then this is your wagon, and she motions over to the wagon and mules that were delivered.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, excellent. Well, just a couple more hours then, and we're probably going to head out. It's a little late in the day, but we can still get a little bit done before nightfall, and I think it would be wise.
I'm probably going to immediately shuffle over to the wagon and activate Detect Magic and just make sure that nothing seems to have been placed there that shouldn't be, and also possibly ask for like Burbage's help in investigating it to make sure that no one's tampered with it in any way.
How much time do we have?
She
before
said
we
a couple
leave?
hours.
Yeah, I know, a couple of hours, but so 2?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
21 on the investigation.
I guess
of
it's
Hakari.
only a short rest, yeah. Okay. I need 4 for my meditation.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As you're looking this over, Hakari, you walk up to them. This is the other security detail that was promised. So the 5 of you pretty much are in charge of the entire security of the caravan.
As I notice her walking up, I'll sort of wave and bow slightly. Hello.
Stormbringer's going to clap Hakari on the shoulder and say, "Hello, I'm going to help you guard the caravan. Are you a charity like the other tiefling?"
Am I a charity? No.
Yes.
It's my
Oh.
name.
No. No. I'm laughing a lot. I'm just kind of laughing to myself quietly as I'm watching
Well-
all of you.
I'm a Stormbringer. What's your name?
Hakari. I'm a Hakari.
I don't know what that means.
In
but
the background, you're going to see Charity nodding. Best way to deal with that.
but I'll
Maris is just
figure
kinda
out what
glaring.
it means.
It means I am what I am.
Oh.
If that clears anything up.
Yeah.
The Stormbringer's just staring at you, kind of confused but smiling.
Mhm.
Vimeris, your insight is telling you this isn't super a person to be trusted, but she looks very capable. That's
Kind of
your
like,
initial reading.
yeah, I'm just kind of glaring.
Okay.
I'm going to sort of quietly say to Stormbringer, not everyone's name designates their function. Technically speaking, mine doesn't. But
Well, no, that doesn't make sense, Charity. Everyone's name is about things they've done.
what in the hell does it mean to Burbage?
I don't know, but I've been trying to figure it out. It kind of sounds like a vegetable, but I don't think he
I
likes
bet
vegetables.
it's something you could pickle.
Sometimes
That would
Oh!
explain the scent.
Yeah, that's probably it.
He had
Stormbringer
to
looks really
escape a
excited.
pickling.
Also, sometimes I get real burpy, like when I drink too much. Anyway, hi Hakari, I'm Burbage Kemp. I like your hair and your spider tattoo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I am smiling at you a lot. I like hearing the other people drink a lot. I like that.
Nice. Well, I do drink a lot. Speaking of which, guys, I have some spiced rum, and I think we should all take a sip in preparation for our journey.
That sounds good.
Amazing.
Is it that stuff that kept making the bartender choke when he was pouring it?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
awesome.
The stuff
Yeah.
that he said that he thought about putting in the storm, but decided that the spontaneous combustion wasn't the goal?
Indeed.
Stormbringer just looks really excited at this because you mentioned the storm.
I'm gonna take a quick swig of it, Andy, and I'm gonna pass it to whoever wants to take it off my hands.
I'll take it and take a quick drink.
All right.
I have my own cup out.
I'll pour some in Hikari's cup for her.
I have no
Alright.
idea where it came from, but I suddenly have a mug.
I love it.
I'm going to quickly cast resistance on myself and then take a quick nip of it
Okay.
and hand it over to Vimeris.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
But Vimeris, we're all having some.
Vimeris with
Not me.
family.
Peer pressure.
He sighs and he takes a quick swig.
All right, you now, Vimeris, get the understanding of why everyone grimaced immediately when they took a drink of this. It is a spiced rum, sort of, but the spice is curry, and the rum is essentially paint thinner. It has a giant bite to it.
What did you give me?
Oh man, it has a kick to it, doesn't it?
Why?
I'm gonna clap him really hard on the back because I think he's choking. So I knock him
And then
really
I actually
hard on the
start
back.
choking.
I'm taking a second drink.
I have full tears in my eyes. I'm just like,
Yeah. Hakari, give me a Constitution saving throw with that second drink.
Okie dokie.
There was a reason that I cast resistance on myself. I wasn't sure if it was going to take 2.
I love how we accepted positions as security detail and immediately started drinking.
Yeah.
we're not on the job.
Yeah, we have 2 hours.
And now we're into like mall cop
Sorry,
level
just give me a
of
second.
caravan security.
Yeah.
We're all sitting there like riding little magical segways.
I love it.
So we have our wagon. We have our barrel tucked
Yeah.
away in the wagon.
And I'd done the investigation check on it, Andy, before we talked to the
Yes.
Hakari. The 21
Yep.
didn't look like it had been tampered with. Everything looked like it was there.
Yep. Cool. Oh, Hakari, you like grin and bear it as well, but you are actually quite ill with this. You don't throw up or anything, but you're like, oh, that one
What?
hurt a little bit.
What time of day is it?
It's about 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, so no candles are out, no lights are out.
No.
So some of the unlocked doors and shutters on a few of the, where are we? Just a few of the buildings all of a sudden start going,
Yeah,
like staying open and shut.
I love it. You can't when you start to get drunk, you can't quite control your thaumaturgy.
No, I can't.
I love it.
When I
I'm
get that
gonna.
drunk.
And any of them that were closed that are now like left open, or any of them that are in a different position from where they started,
Yeah.
Charity is going to very
Try to
quietly
break
thaumaturgy and pull them back to where they were.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna kind of jump up onto the back of the wagon and like put my arm around Hakari and be like, "Yeah, that was a good second drink you did there. So, can we trust you, Hakari? Are you a good person?"
I don't know. You like being locked in rooms?
Whoa.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
Charity's going to...
Sure. Of course you can trust me.
Yeah, but what's that thing you said about being locked in rooms? That was kind of weird.
I
huh?
know. I'm drunk.
immediately on the, yeah, you can trust me. The locked in a room, honestly, but Insight 13 on...
Yeah. It appears that's fairly true. That while you're on her good side, you can trust her. The run-of-the-mill average person, perhaps not. But she seems to be liking you enough that, yeah, she seems like a decent ally at the moment.
I'm gonna just... There's gonna be a quick message in Vimeris's head.
Yeah.
Of 1, can we both agree we never drink that again? 2, let's try to stay on her good side, but watch her a little.
I just quietly nod to myself.
Excellent. And you've checked over the wagon really well at this point. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Everything seems to be above board. everything seems to be tied up and ready to go. And so another hour kind of passes before it's about 4:30 to 5 at this point.
A short restish hour?
Sure. Yeah, short rest would be fine.
Whee! I had to
Yeah,
cast
right?
lesser restoration,
Oh,
remember?
you did. That's true. And Tellywood Tyne says, look, there's a small inn that I think we can get to today if we just go. We're certainly not going to be welcome back in the city tonight.
Do you know
And,
anything
well,
about that?
Locktown is not as friendly as perhaps the open road is. So maybe we just get on our way, and everyone seems to be in agreement with this.
Hey,
Right
Tellywood.
now. Oh,
Tellywood.
I'm sorry. Right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, why'd they lock down the city?
Look, I don't know. Every once in a while, they just do something with the city that feels weird. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Charity's just slow blinking at this. Like, okay.
I
That
wouldn't.
checks
I
out for
wouldn't
me.
think much of it. I wouldn't worry. It's what? Sorry.
It checks out with me. I'm not worried. It makes sense.
Yeah. So at this point, you're seeing about 7 other carts and wagons in this caravan other than yours, that have now lined up and are starting out on this road. And something then weird sort of happens. You get that weird cold wind again. And the sky has now overcast in the last hour. And as you're leaving Phidero, it does begin to snow slightly.
Stormbringer is like she looks like a kid on Christmas. She's so excited to see snow again. She's kind of jumping up and down and shaking Charity a little, which is more than a little because she's bigger than she thinks she is, and going, "Oh my god, Charity, snow!"
I'm only vaguely acquainted with the concept and may have a concussion.
I like how Charity became a Muppet.
Oh.
In that instant. And the rest of you are fairly unnerved that it began snowing in the desert. However, it is now behind you.
I'm unnerved that I'm seeing 4 of everything for a minute.
But this isn't the first time in this story that it snowed here, right?
You saw a couple flakes a week ago.
But this is a heavy snow.
This is it's light, but it is snowing.
Okay.
This is actual forecast would
Yes.
say snow.
It has now gotten noticeably colder, and as the wind is blowing kind of at your backs.
So
as
we can
you're-
see our breath now.
You can see your breath, yeah.
Okay.
Wrap self
That
more heavily in
feels
traveler's
very
clothes.
weird in the desert.
It does feel weird.
So but the caravan has started moving.
It has, yes.
Cool.
So
Away we go.
So you've now taken your place kind of at the end of the caravan here. Hakari has her own horse and is riding right beside you guys. You feel that you could sort of put yourself anywhere in the midst of the caravan that you'd like, but right now you're sort of in the back, if that makes sense. And you're looking around, and the caravan itself again is about 7 other carts besides you. Tellywood is in the very, very first one, and you see orcs in this caravan, dwarves, halflings, elves. You see someone fly in on these big brown wings, and so someone at the front of the caravan is an akakra, which is like a bird person. It certainly is a very diverse group of people, as you've now set out on your way. And you have probably another 3 or 4 hours on the road until you get to where Tellywood was talking about initially. What would you like to do?
Vimeris, you go first.
Okay. First things first is the barrel that's with us. I'm going to go ahead and fill it with 10 gallons of water, clean water,
Beautiful. All right.
and I'm going to, if I haven't already, wash that awful taste out of my mouth.
All right.
And I'm just chilling next to my barrel of water.
Awesome. I love it.
Do I feel like it would be possible for me to sort of move alongside the caravan?
Yeah, you
Without
don't wanna
moving my
travel-
entire cart. But
Right. You don't want to travel too much, but you can like run and catch up a little bit, and
mainly I just
You're
want to
not
sort
going
of
super
move my way along and check to see who, like, numbers of people on each of them, and I'm also going to have detect magic
Right.
up the entire time.
interesting.
So that I want to be able to, again, within the rules of detect magic, know where the magical items are. So I'd probably only bring myself like up to equal with the first cart and then work my way back.
Okay, yeah. So kind of put yourself where you'd like to be. Any of you. I assume someone's driving the cart, but however you want to place yourself. And then I'll kind of tell you what you see as you approach that cart.
We didn't discuss this. Who has the highest animal handling among us?
I don't, but I can drive the cart.
Almost certainly you.
Oh,
I would
It's
guess
it's
Vimeris, but-
wisdom based. So I'm at a +2 on it. And metagame Charity certainly seems capable of handling animals, but and he would probably actually have said like, I'll drive part of the time, but message wise he'd be messaging this to you. I'll drive part or most of the time, but I just want to quickly check the caravan and see what I can see, especially with regard to magical properties. Burbage, you want to come with me? You're always on the lookout for trapdoors, easy marks, that sort of thing.
Is it still snowing out here?
It's not. It seems to have stopped and is kind of centered around Phidero.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll join you, Charity, sure.
Feel free to
So I'll
move. Yeah,
do
push
that.
however you want. And then Hakari, what are you doing?
Is it dark out? Like what?
No. It's about 5:30.
It's still
at this
light.
point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I am going to.
Can you what? I'm sorry.
I lost her. I'm like,
Sorry. Can I just make my way up? There, is that good? Sorry.
That's better. No, it's fine. It's good.
I just found the thing that I was supposed to be talking into. I was talking
Okay,
to the wrong thing. So can I just kind of make my way, like, kind of go up one side of the caravan and then kind of like go back around, just sort of like kind of keep.
Yeah, you're just sort of
Just
barely
kind
like
of-
looking around. Yeah.
I'm just kind of going in and out, just kind of like, I don't know,
All right.
singing.
Cool.
I'm
Yeah,
just
if
humming or
something
whatever.
grabs your attention, if something grabs your attention, just stop me. Let me know that you want to like, kind of look a little harder.
Yeah.
Essentially at it.
Okay.
That sounds a lot better, Darcy, by the way.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
does sound really good.
I was talking into a random little piece of plastic that looks exactly the same. That is just a piece of plastic.
It's all good. All right, so Burbage and Charity and Hakari, as you're passing this first caravan, you see two very kind, smiling faces that kind of give you a wave as you're going by them. This is a small family of furbolg, and in the back of their wagon, you could see lots of cooking supplies, and immediately already you can smell some dinner cooking. So this must be kind of the main food wagon of the caravan. In this family of furbolg are the cooks, you would guess. And they seem very happy, and they're just kind of waving at you as you go by.
I'll sort of smile and bow at them as I go by.
Yeah, very nice.
They're giant, right?
They're pretty big, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty big
Stormbringer
things.
sized.
Yeah, they're Stormbringer sized. kind of gray
Cool.
skin. They have large floppy ears and kind of purplish hair as they go by. Hakari, you ride up to a guard, a beautiful female guard who's dressed in not necessarily like pristine armor, but because it's a little battle worn, but hearty armor. She's wearing really nice stuff, and she kind of gives you a sideways glance as you are riding by her. She seems to be guarding this wagon right here, which is filled with 3 elves, who are sort of brandishing their weapons and are trying to exclaim loudly that they are the adventuring party called... Let me check my notes. They are the adventuring party called The Big Work. And there's one riding on a horse beside them as well. And they're one of them singing a song about one of their exploits. And it was how they found the ghost of this one square and killed it and that sort of thing.
Okay, can I roll my eyes online?
You can. And then the woman riding next to them rolls her eyes with you and kind of smiles.
I don't know what I think about that, so I just keep moving.
Okay.
And also remember, Andy, I still have Detect Magic up. So if there's
You
any
absolutely do.
non-shielded magical items, just let me know.
Oh, Roburn, you did get a sense that Roburn has some magical effect on her.
Okay. So the guard, who seems to be
Yes.
a hired guard, maybe, like not part of this
Yes.
group. Okay.
Right. She's human. She's definitely not a part of the group and looks much better armed than this group.
Okay, so
Wait.
these guys seem a little young, or
Derpy.
a little, a little inexperienced, shall we say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of lean over to Burbage once I'm pretty sure we're out of earshot and past them. I bet they die first.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm not saving them.
Yeah.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, the woman seems like just a different class, and it seems like she's been hired to guard the caravan. Yeah.
So you were sorry, really quick. You were saying that who has a magical effect over who else?
She has a magical effect on herself.
I can't hear you. Say it one more time.
I'm sorry. This person has a magical effect on themselves. Yeah.
On themselves.
There's some
you.
kind of magic affecting them. We're not sure
Got
what.
it. I just got confused in between the
No problem.
people. Thank you.
Yeah. As you're going up to here, this seems like another hired guard riding alongside a main area, and he seems really like a veteran, just gruff, riding an armored horse at the moment. And then something very unnerving is catching your eye as if you've ever met an ASMR, this would be one of them. These sort of beautiful, angelic beings that are riding and staring ahead. But Charity and Burbage, as you kind of come into their view, they both turn their heads in sync and have this gigantic smile on their faces. They don't say or move in any other way. They just are smiling, staring at you.
Oh, that's creepy.
They are both Azamar, which are these kind of angelic-like beings, and so they're beautiful. The woman seems to have kind of a tattoo, like on her chin, kind of going down her neck. And then the male just looks like a male who's beautiful. And then as you're passing the veteran in gruff, he's like, "Well, this is Mr. and Mrs. Well, don't really know their names, but they're paying me well, so they don't talk much. If you ever got a question for them, you ask old Driffin here."
Driffin?
That's my name, yeah, Driffin.
Sorry, I'm taking notes. Charity will sort of smile and bow slightly. It's a pleasure to meet you, Driffin and Mr. and Mrs. Very quietly to Driffin. Do they always smile like that?
Well, no, not always, but they seem to like you. So,
Oh,
and
good.
as you're walking, then kind of further ahead of them, they're just staring straight at you. They're not even looking at the horses anymore.
At me or at us?
At both of you.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
both of you and Burbage. Not
Charity, don't be impolite. We need to. Here, follow my lead.
I'm not the
I'm
one
gonna
who's
try to-
staring.
I'm gonna try to. I think we should smile back at them the same way. So let's face forward, and then on the count of 3, let's smile real big, and then turn our heads to the left. All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Smile, bigger.
Is this
they seem to match your smile, if not
Yeah.
getting a little too big, almost to the point where
This is starting to
they-
hurt.
you don't feel like their muscles should be able to reach that far around. And Charity, they are both also have some sort of magical effect on them.
Nah, really?
Yes,
Indeed. The Shining twins riding a cart have a magical effect on them?
Hakari has a question.
yes,
You said that the woman has a tattoo.
yes.
Can I tell what it is?
Yeah, give me a perception check to see if you can get a better understanding of it.
Okie dokie.
Perception.
Well,
And I
she's-
assume you would tell all of this, Burbage and Charity, to everyone else. So
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
assume
yeah.
Vimeris and Stormbringer can
Yeah, Vimeris and Stormbringer are
Listening
gonna
to
actually,
them, so,
technically
yeah.
speaking, just a second.
hear all about this. Yeah.
Up until here, they've been hearing about this as we've been going along.
Oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
cool.
Yeah.
At least Vimeris has, and then he can relate.
Excellent. And that was due again because of the sigils that you have and that are wearing.
Mhm.
hmm
Hakari, yeah, actually, you can. She sort of,
Okay.
as she's turning her neck to look at Burbage and Charity, you see that it's kind of almost a tribal kind of turtle tattoo almost on her.
Okay.
And then
I was just curious about that.
you come to this there's a camel tied up to this cart, as well as the 2 camels that are pulling it, and there's a dwarf in the back who's sort of rummaging around something and kind of puts down the cloth as he sees you approaching, and then the hired guard for this seems to be also driving as well, and that's a human guard. And the dwarf looks a little furtive. He's like trying to maybe keep something under wraps as you guys are walking by, kind of looking at him. He gives you like a stern little nod, but that's about it.
I'm going to smile,
goes and sits down.
not like the creepy twins, and just
Right.
sort of, again, this light bow as we're walking.
All right. Then you walk up to the orc cart. There is a gruff and very large orc walking alongside the cart. Not that there's not room on the cart. There's plenty of room. It's a very large cart. He just seems to prefer traveling by foot. And he's giving you kind of a stern, almost evil eye as you're kind of coming up to the cart. And then Hakari, on your side, there's a younger orc, female, who sort of runs over to the edge of the cart as you're driving by and kind of waves at you as you're riding up toward her.
Okay, I wave back.
She opens her hand, and a bit of dust, sort of sand and dust, kind of swirl in her hand, and then swirl over underneath the horse's feet by you. And then she smiles and kind of goes back to sitting down in the cart.
Okay. Nothing happens.
And then
to
Burbage and
the horse,
Charity.
Nothing happens to the horse.
And then what?
Nothing happens to horse. Okay.
Oh, no. Nothing at all. Yeah, horse. The name of your horse is Horse. I forgot.
Yes. I'm
And then
tired
Burbage and
of having
Charity.
possession.
Indeed. You come up on a hooded figure riding a camel that's laden down with some bags. And Burbage, you seem to recognize this person first. It's your good pal Meepus.
Oh my gosh.
And he looks from underneath his cloak and he does a double take and then he goes, "Oh fuck."
Oh, buddy old pal.
Oh
What is
god damn
going
it.
on?
I'm gonna look at him.
Hi,
And be like,
guys.
is the dryad in the camel?
Look, I don't no. There's not no. Look, I don't want to talk about it.
What? No, that's all we have to talk about is what happened to that crazy ship of yours.
Look,
No.
I don't have the ship right now anymore.
Did you guys break up?
Look, can we just not? Can we just
Oh, hey, man,
ride and
I
get where we're
understand.
going?
you should give him a sip of your drink. Comfort him.
Meepus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I know. Listen, I know what it's like. You know, I had a thing with her too. And the last time I saw her,
I had that ship for like
she
20
was-
years, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's long. That's serious. Wait,
Wait, she
it?
wasn't on it the whole time, but
Yeah, was it?
no.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked her
It
up.
was just a normal ship for most of that time.
Yeah, but it was mine, you know. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, dryads, man.
Dryads.
Fucking
Here,
dryads.
you want a drink of my rum? I'm gonna offer him my flask.
Yeah, you seem to be hitting on the same wavelength here. He'll go ahead and give you a sip of the rum, and then spits it out and goes, "Fuck you, I hate you." You scum.
Oh, Meepus, come on.
Yeah.
You
Come-
don't
come
like
on.
it. You
No,
don't
and he kind of
like it.
tosses your flask back to you. And
I'm from behind him and we say, to be fair, I think he actually enjoys that.
Yeah, I like it, but that's
I
because
can't-
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a loser like you.
Oh, I love it every time Meepus is in the store.
God.
God, I just can we?
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna sort of walk closer so I can like try to tap him and
yeah.
cast resistance on him. Be like, if you feel sick from the drink at all, this might help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. Let's never talk again. Thank you.
Hey, in all seriousness though, pal, good luck. You know,
Yeah.
everything's gonna be fine, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Oh God. He like slows down and is kind of. But if you keep walking,
Meepus.
yeah, you'll come up on the next cart, which seems to be a family of halflings, with a halfling guard riding next to him. The guard kind of tips his hat at you, Burbage. And Hakari, you see the large, hulking metal figure walking beside the camels.
Yes.
And it kind of, as you get closer, it sort of turns around and stops, and then just positions itself between you and the cart. And it looks a little threatening. And then the woman in the cart says, "Oh, please stand back. We haven't exactly figured out how best to communicate with him yet."
I'm midway taking off my earrings. Okay.
Back up a little bit. Just go around.
I back up a tiny bit.
Okay. Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Are we aware of any of this on the other side of the wagon?
Yes, you can now see this sort of hulking figure, almost towering over the top of the thing. So it's about 10 feet tall.
I'm gonna make eye contact with the guard who just kind of tipped his hat at me, and kind of give a nod toward the figure, kind of asking him what's going on there.
Yeah, he'll sort of ride up beside you and then talk kind of quietly. He's like, I don't even know, man. I got this assignment like this morning. These crazy halflings are like super rich or something. I don't even know exactly what's going on yet, but yeah, I'll let you know if anything like comes up, because this is weird. My name's Nedder, by the way. Nedder. Nedder.
Nedder. All right. Well, I'm Burbage. This is Charity. And I appreciate you telling me that family of halflings is super rich.
That's cool. Yeah, just call me Ned, man. He's like real young, too. He's a real young halfling.
I like
call
how
me
Ned like dropped off the side of his horse to talk.
Yeah, he like
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He was leaning right down the side, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Is
super
this-
smooth.
All right.
Is this thing
All right,
backing
Ned, yeah.
off me?
It's making eye contact with you.
Is it?
But it
Did
looks
it back
kind of
off me though?
It looks in a defensive stance. It's not coming toward you at all. It's just staying
Okay.
between you and the thing.
Incidentally,
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take off to the next cart.
All right.
I haven't sensed any magical items the last few. Or on Meepus.
I'm sorry. Actually, back here with the cart where the dwarf was like hiding something, there are 3 magical items in there. You did notice that.
Are there where the dwarf was hiding something?
Yes, in the back of the cart. Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, just wanted to remind you before we got like to the
Oh,
last
no,
one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, and then you get to the front, and it's Tellywood and the Akakra that you saw, the big winged creature. And he looks just kind of stern, and she gives you a wave as you guys are sort of walking and trotting up. She says, yeah, is there anything I can do for you? Are you doing okay?
I think we're doing fine so far. Just wanted to familiarize ourselves with the members of the caravan.
Yeah, good. Well, if you have any need, just ask. Me and old Samuel here, though, we'll get you to where you're going. I promise.
Excellent. I'll sort of, again, bow slightly to the Akakra. Hello, Samuel.
Oh, I'm not Samuel. My name's Beotzi.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
Samuel's the camel, and he motions to this one up here.
Oh.
Ah,
Well, then, hello, Beltsy. Turns, looks at Camel. Hello, Samuel.
It goes, which is camel for something. I don't know. So do you sort of return, or do you want to stop and talk to anyone else back on the way, or?
No, I'm probably going to return because, like, for the second half of that, I wasn't able to message. We were too
No
far.
problem.
So I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to get close. And as we're getting close... As we're getting close, I'm going to sort of break into a sprint back to them. Hop into the cart and be like, Meepus is here.
Oh.
And Hakari, where would you like to be, real quick?
Did I notice anyone really interesting?
I mean, they're all kind of interesting.
You know what I mean. Come on.
You can ride along anyone you want to.
Okay.
For
Who
now.
was? Let's see. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and go back to the back for right now, actually.
Okay. Cool.
So I'd
All
be through messaging. I would be relaying the information that I got through message. So it's completely silent. But regarding, and I would definitely note the feeling we got from anyone. So, for example, in my notes, which I can't show up here because they're not typed, they're in an actual notebook, so I can't move them over on the screen. The third wagon is described as having 2 ASMR. The first note is that they are creepy AF. And then the last note is that they are in all caps, creepy AF.
Solid.
So I would definitely be hitting those kinds of points with anyone that we noticed of like, okay, these people seem friendly, these people seem professional, these assholes are going to be the first to die. I would note all the magical items that I'd found or sensed. Like I would note that she seems to have some kind of magic effect just on her.
Yes.
I think you were saying as opposed to it was an item. That unsurprisingly, the creepy AF ASMR seemed to have something going on. And that Shifty Dwarf was hiding 3 magic items in the back of his cart.
Yeah. And then Tellywood had a magical focus on her that you could sense. It was probably like a holy relic that she wore around her neck. And that's all you could tell from her, though.
Okay. And then
I want to just ask Charity real quick in private. Did you notice anything off about Hakari?
She seemed to try to pick a fight with the large metal creature. So I'm not sure I would
Look
describe.
like she'd win.
Didn't get close enough to be able to tell. Mostly wanted to avoid that entire situation.
I kind of look disappointed.
She seemed to be cognizant enough to move away when the fight didn't need to be picked. That's a win. Maybe
But is it?
But is it?
But it is. Man,
All right, so
we've been through a lot. for Charity, that's a win. So I would probably sit up by Vimeris and just sort of help him with the animal. With
Yeah,
the
I
cart
probably
there.
look nervous. This is my first time driving.
And actually, as I sort of plop down, and Vimeris would be able to see this. Like, I instantly settle in and like sort of loop one of the reins around my arm so that it can't slip off, and brace my foot up on the side, so that I can actually almost nod off, and I wouldn't fall off the cart. And I do all of this immediately, supernaturally, and then super space naturally, not supernaturally.
Yeah, I get you.
And then you see me like stop. Like, why did I know to do that? Huh. Concerning. And now I just look sort of slightly upset.
Is anything wrong?
No, I think it's correct when you're in this seat on the cart to put your foot up like this and to wrap it around so that way, in case you nod off or anything, you don't lose control or fall off of the cart. But I don't know why I knew to do that.
I don't know why I didn't think to do that. And then I try it. But you made it look easy. I probably struggle.
Yeah, we should perhaps have a conversation at some point when we make camp.
I agree.
So another couple hours pass. The air has gotten a lot warmer again as you've gone further east from Phidero.
I'm gonna sort of peel off a layer and grumble. Weather can't
Yeah,
make up
you
its
can.
mind.
You're kind of on a large cliff mesa where you can actually see the sea still from on your right side as you're traveling. And then the caravan stops quite abruptly, actually, and you're not exactly sure why. And there's some grumblings, though you do smell some amazing cooking coming from the cart right in front of you. There is some sort of barbecue going on for dinner tonight, and it smells amazing. But what would you like to do? It's starting to get dusk, and it's starting to set. The sun is.
So it stopped. know why, correct?
Yeah, you're not exactly sure why.
I'm gonna head toward. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna head towards the front to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, all right, quickly.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
actually
right
say
up.
that do the same and ask Stormbringer, would you like to come with me?
Yeah, of course. So I'll go with Charity.
I'll stay and
Alright.
watch the wagon.
Yeah, Vimeris, you and Burbage stay and I'll message if there's anything. Or scream, you know. Maybe that.
I can scream very loud. I'm very large.
All right. So you kind of make your way quickly up to the front, and Tellywood is just staring off to the left side of the road.
Every time you say that, I scroll as if I don't know that the map stops like one square from where I've
Right.
set up the screen. The worst part was I did it when you said you can see the sea off to your right-hand side. Like, ooh. Oh. The stream has evidence of my like complete idiocy of not forgetting that I had just looked at the entirety of this map, knew that there was nothing there, but I was still like, I want to see it.
I love it.
Okay, so she's staring
Staring out to the left.
She's staring off to the left, and you kind of match her gaze. And there is a ruined, sand-filled husk of a building just off the road.
Charity's gonna go, is that the inn?
Tellywood sort of snaps out of it. Yeah, it was.
So, thinking we're not staying there tonight, huh?
Well, maybe, we can stay here if everyone just wants to hold up for the night here.
Is it? You said it's just a ruined husk. It's not like still smoking or anything. Does
No. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
it's
not
just
still smoking. It does look like it was burned at one
burned.
point.
Okay.
But that was a long time ago. Most of it's been covered up now by
Yeah, by
drifting sands.
sand.
I'm gonna
Okay.
walk to her and be, when was the last time you were here?
I was just here like a year and a half ago.
Does it look to me like, you know, you were saying it had been burned a long time ago and it's covered up by sand. Does that seem plausible to me?
You can do an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Don't do that over there. I'll do that here.
Yeah, it definitely looks burned. It looks like it was a long time ago. And you also, there's one more sort of key piece here. It looks like there was kind of an explosion because a lot of the pieces have fallen out from the main structure.
Huh.
Interesting.
But this has been a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but so again, it doesn't look like the attack was recent, and the timeline that she said of I was here a year and a half ago makes sense to me with how progressed the sand filling is.
Yeah, this could be, this is no sooner than like 6 months.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like
So,
it was
yeah.
mandatorily 5 years ago
Right.
or anything like that, where I'm like, either you're lying to me, something weird is happening with time, or something majorly different happened.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
Yeah, but she seems to now be kind of telling everyone, pass it on back. Let's just stay here for the night. Everyone get out your tents.
we'll do.
It'll be a little chilly tonight, but it'll be fine.
So I'll motion to Stormbringer to come back with me and sort of pass the word along as we go back down this side.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. The inn, little destroyed. We're going to be camping tonight.
Yeah, that seems to be fine.
Do the-
Meepus immediately sets up a small tent.
Meepus
Gets
does.
inside it. Yeah.
Do the twins do the stare smile thing at me again as I walk by?
Oh yeah, just staring at you. Absolutely.
I'm
As
like,
you go
yep,
by.
we're just going to be
Do they-
Oh, you're still doing that. Yay.
Do they scary smile at me when I go by?
They're not locking eyes with you at all now.
So
And
they're
They seem to be watching
they're
Charity
only
and Stormbringer.
for certain people? Like they're not
Yeah,
just sitting
it
there
seems to be,
smiling like at everyone. Okay, that was my question.
So I'm gonna hop up into the cart
Yeah.
and report to the guys what happened.
All right.
I take it in stride.
I
I'm a
feel like
trooper.
So
that's
everyone-
I feel like that's what could go on
Yeah.
your tombstone. He took it in stride.
So everyone begins to unpack their stuff, set up small camps. A lot of people are staying in their wagons or carts. A lot of the guards are sleeping separately outside. It does become dark, and kind of back in the back of the caravan here, there's a large bonfire that's started by a lot of the remains of the inn. They sort of just put them in a pile and burned what's left of them.
So, was there a watch set or anything?
Not yet. Everyone's still eating
They're
some
still
of the
eating.
amazing
Okay.
barbecue.
I'm also creating a
the-
bonfire.
The furbolgs. Yeah, very nice. So it's a beautiful large bonfire in the back, and the furbolgs are serving food. The woman who's dressed really nice and guarding the elves has come back and is sort of sitting around the campfire, as well as the veteran.
I'm gonna ask.
And the dwarf.
Was it Burbage that had? I'll take some more of that curry stuff.
Yeah, Burbage had it, yeah. Burbage, do you
Yeah.
want to share
Please,
some
sir,
more?
could I have some more
Yeah,
of that
sure.
curry? I'm sorry, spiced rum.
Ugh. Like Charity
Yeah.
cannot avoid like making a visible face at this. Like,
I know now that I can have at least one drink and not get sick.
I
And
offer
then I
her
can
the.
probably have other drinks of lesser value. So.
I'll offer her the flask. It is only 1 pint, I think, so I don't know how much I'm gonna have left going forward. But
Yeah, you have about 4 flask fulls of
okay.
of the drink, and you're
I'm
not
just
even
gonna
through the
take
first.
one sip of it though, because last time I took 2 and
Yeah.
I got sick. So I know I can
And-
take 1.
and if you run out of that, man, how are we gonna thin paint?
Right. One of the furbolgs comes up. If you're kind of out here with Charity, Burbage, one of the furbolgs comes up and says, "Hey, that looks nice. We got some alcohol in our thing. You want some? It's real good.
Sure.
Well, I mean, what do you got?
Oh, we distill maple sap into a fine. It's a very thick liqueur. But it feels very good. It's tasty. We use it a lot for cooking.
My head
But
is just
it's,
in my hands at this point.
It's thick. You'd love it.
Yeah,
Under
sounds
my-
tasty.
Under my breath,
Alright.
I say to, I don't know, whoever's around me, King Stormbringer and Burbage and anyone that could just go, that sounds a little disgusting, but sure.
I'm going to message to Vimeris. So the furbolgs are bringing liquor, the primary adjective of which I've heard is thick.
In response, you'll have noticed that I'm eating a berry, and I just respond, "I'm good. I'll keep watch on the wagon. I don't trust anyone here."
I don't want to drink it. I just wanted someone who would share my alarm.
Oh, well, I'm not really alarmed. I'm sorry.
Andy, is the Furbolg offering me like just a taste of that, or does
Yeah.
he want to like trade some of my spiced rum for?
No, he's just offering a taste. He brings a large log, like sort of maple syrup jug out,
Holy crap.
and
God.
is like, "Hey, can I pour you some?
Yeah, and
Real good."
The voice is killing me.
I'll pull out like a cup from my mess kit or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have my little mug thing.
Yeah, so he tips it upside down, and nothing happens for a second. And he kind of
Oh,
slaps
no.
the side of the jug, and nothing happens. He kind of looks inside of it, and he goes, "Oh, here it comes." And then like this glob sort of forms, and he he just scrapes your cup along the mouth of it, so you have a nice glob that is still sort of mounded in your cup.
Looks delicious.
I'm
I'm hopping up here.
I think you'll like it.
The thought of what that must taste like is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Do you have another one of those berries?
I taste. Can I somehow scoop out a little bit to taste? Do I have
it's a little hard to
spoon?
hear you there. What was that?
Can I somehow scoop out a taste, like with a
Yeah.
spoon or something?
You don't really have a spoon. You have your fingers.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So what does it taste like?
Yeah, it tastes like very sweet maple syrup, with a bite to it.
Oh,
Almost kind of a vodka-like
Oh.
bite to it.
I think it's a bit.
Interesting.
It's a bit
it has
thick.
alcohol in it, so I like it.
Yeah, it's a bit thick for Burbage's taste, so he's gonna add some of his spiced rum to it to thin it
Oh
out.
Jesus!
Jesus, I did ask
You
for it.
drink for that? Yeah, and Charity's asking Vimeris for a good berry.
And he's kind of looking at Charity, measuring his worth.
Nice.
And then he pulls out a berry from his satchel and he hands it.
And Stormbringer, what are you doing during this?
I'm just kind of watching them all, kind of confused by what's going on.
What the hell?
I'm gonna
is
hop
happening?
down and then message to Stormbringer. Please don't drink any of that.
I'm gonna message back, but Burbage and Hakari are drinking it.
What Burbage is drinking is far worse.
Stormbringer, the female guard, one of the female guards comes up to you, is the one that's really nicely dressed, very beautiful, has this long flowing kind of blonde hair.
Was that the one
Magical?
with the elves?
Yes, this was the one.
Okay.
Yeah, she's magical.
That was
and-
magical with
yeah.
the elves. Yeah.
And comes up to you, Stormbringer, and says, listen, I've been traveling with some idiots recently, and I just do you know how to play tug the snake?
No, I've never heard of that. Do you have a snake?
Well, no, it's your arms are like the snakes, and you it's just a strength contest. Have you ever played before?
I haven't, but I'm very good at strength contests.
Oh, do you want me to teach you? It's really
Yeah.
simple. And I beat these losers every single time, so it's not really a fun game for me.
Oh,
But
I'm
you look
sorry.
really strong.
Yeah.
So she crosses her arms, and she asks you to do the same. And so you grab sort of each other's hands with both of your arms crossed in front of you. And then she goes, on the count of 3, you're supposed to push and I'm supposed to pull. And then we see who can pull each other's arms apart first.
Okay.
So if you want, go ahead and give me a strength check. Wow. So immediately she starts struggling really hard to hold on. She goes, "Oh shit, you're a little better at this than I thought." And she goes, "Okay, now we switch." And so you're supposed to pull and she's supposed to push.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me another strength check.
Oh.
Okay, this time she's starting to get you apart, and you can tell now that when you're doing this, if your arms are crossed a lot, it starts to kind of hurt to be able to do this. And then she goes, "Okay," and then you uncross your arms and you just push against each other. And you can tell that now that you've uncrossed your arms, you're using weird, different muscles, and it actually kind of hurts a lot trying to push against someone else's hands.
Okay.
So give me one more strength check.
I'm kind of pissed off that I'm in pain. So I'm going to be raging while I do this.
Okay. You're like, "Whoa."
From behind
So
you,
go
you're
ahead.
just going to hear, oh.
So go ahead and give it to me with advantage. Very nice. And so she's a lot stronger than she looks, but you're just able to push her, beat her back until her arms kind of give way. And you've pushed now almost completely past her face. And she goes, "Oh, okay, that's it. Ah, ow." And she's like wiggling her arms around. She goes, "Oh, shit. Thanks so much. That was awesome."
I clap her on the shoulder really hard and say, "Anytime. I love
Oh,
testing
okay.
my strength
Ow,
against
ow.
people. Good job."
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Oh, well, you can understand why I can't do that with those weaklings, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe give me a couple of days to heal up a little, and I'll be back. And she could
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
limps.
I was worried that was going to be just a much different game.
Yeah, there was...
Tug the snake. Yeah, it sounded different. to you?
Yeah.
Once again,
little
I heard the cart keeper's voice in my head.
Sexual. So two of their furbolgs are just kind of sitting around the campfire. Then the veteran is just sort of longingly looking into the fire. You can just see like he's thinking of wars gone by. And then the dwarf down here is sort of off on his own, kind of around the campfire, but definitely like keeping an eye on his own cart from where he is.
I'm gonna change the fire's color.
Ooh.
Sort of to... Basically, I'm just going to be casting this on and off. So right now it's silver. But I'll just
That's
sort of...
awesome, man.
I'll shift it through silver, gold, like blue, and purple.
Yeah. You actually see a smile start to form on the veteran, and the furbolgs back away a little bit, going, "Oh, I didn't know you could do some fire stuff, so I'm just gonna be back in the cart. If that's cool."
Oh, I'm
Aw.
sorry. I did not intend to frighten you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. There's all kinds of good things you can do with fire. You can cook with it.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know what purple flamed hamburger tastes like, but maybe I'll find out a different day.
Oh, okay. You can also burn to purity the souls of the wicked.
Oh God, that sounds like something you could do. Yep. Oh,
Andy, can I,
It is a thing you can do, though.
Burbage,
Especially with
I think,
mine.
is wanting to kind of maybe drunkenly wander off and find that halfling guard.
oh, okay.
Has the sun set?
The sun has set completely. Yeah.
Hakari was just thinking of wandering off drunkenly and finding,
The
I don't know.
halfling
no, whatever, I can't remember between everyone, but I don't know, are there any cute guys drinking?
I mean, some of the
Caravan?
elves.
There you
were
go.
Quite cute. You can wander over
There
to
you
them. Yeah.
First
I'll
to
wander
die.
over to them.
All right.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey Ned. Psst.
Oh, hey.
Ned.
Yeah.
Ned.
Okay. Yeah. He's off.
Hey, man.
He's off his horse.
Hey.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Ned, nothing
going
better than some Ned. Hey, have you learned anything more about the halflings that you're guarding?
No, but these guys are like, they're like super racist. That's what I learned.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Races
yeah.
toward
Toward-
what races?
Every other race again, other than halfling, man. That's why I got this job late, because they asked specifically for a halfling guard.
Oh
And I was like one of the
man!
only ones.
So they only
right?
like other halflings, huh? Are they just all
They-
sleeping in there in the wagon, or what?
Yeah. There's a mom and a dad, and then like two twins. The twins are a little creepy, but
Yeah, and they're not racist toward big metal beasts.
No, I think they think of that as just like a tool.
I see.
Yeah, but oh man, they hate these orcs behind them. Holy shit.
Oh
They've
man,
been
that's
just
so.
saying stuff against everyone who's walked by them. Oh, it's really bad. It's really
That's
bad.
awful.
Yeah,
I don't support that kind of hate.
yeah,
I don't like it.
yeah. I'm not allowed to like go more than 20 feet from their place. But you think you can sneak any alcohol over here?
Oh yeah, man, I've got some spiced rum on me right here.
Oh
You
shit.
want some?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the best thing, do you have a cup?
Yeah. He pulls out.
Yeah,
his
yeah.
vest
So
and pulls out
here,
a tin cup.
the best thing I've found to do is to put in some of this like maple ale from the fir bogs. And I'll pour you some of that, and I'm just gonna stare Ned in the eyes for like 2 minutes while it pours out.
Okay. He starts looking
Just-
around very awkwardly.
Just wait for it. Wait for it. All right, yeah, and then here, have just a little bit of this spiced rum that I got in Phidero, and I'll pour some of that in, and then I'm gonna stir it with my finger. Just stir it a little bit. Now take it.
Well, I'm glad it's alcoholic.
Have some of that. See how that hits you.
All right. He takes a swig of that and just goes cross-eyed and passes out in front of you.
I'm gonna look down at him and nod to myself, and then I'm gonna step gingerly over to the wagon where the halflings are.
Okay. You hear from the wagon them starting to go from inside the wagon, so they can't see out. They're just shouting, Ned, where are you? We need you to come fix something real quick.
Hey guys. My name's Burbage. Netta had to go. Oh God, I haven't thought this through. I'm a friend of Ned's.
So the two twins pop out the back and pop onto the ground, sort of behind the thing. And they're looking at you inquisitively. And they say, Mom.
How old are they?
They're
How
like
old are they? What?
5 and 6-ish, like in human
They're
terms.
twins.
They're twins.
15 or 15 to 20.
They're 5 and 6, but they're twins.
Yeah. They're 5 or like
Oh,
or-
you said
yeah,
and. I'm like,
They're 5 and 6 years old. It was a year-long birth.
I'm like,
Wow.
either that mother
No.
deserves a medal, or
Are they boys or girls?
Let me check.
he wasn't
my
expecting you to
notes.
ask questions.
Halfling girls, both of them.
Hey, little ones, how are you doing?
Hey, what's going on? My name's Moto, and this is my sister Hilda. And the mom
Moto?
then sort of opens up the back and says, Moto, Hilda, who are you talking to? Where's Ned?
Hello,
And she peers around
Ned.
the corner to you, Burbage.
Hello, my name's Burbage, also a halfling like
Yes.
you and your family, as you can see.
True.
Ned just passed out. I think he's not feeling too great. So I just wanted to let you know about that. He's a great guy, great guard.
Ah,
But,
Ferald, Ned passed out. And you hear this gruff, what? We're passed out? What in the world? And he storms out the back and moves over to you and Ned.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. We were chatting about being halflings and about how that's so cool to be halflings. And then he just kind of his words started to slur and he just sort of passed out.
Ferald picks up the cup that's right next to Netter and sniffs it. And what did he eat? Oh, god damn it. And he starts to drag Netter back over to. Well, all right, thanks. We'll take care of this. We'll have Azos look over us tonight. Damn it.
Azos, who's that? What's that?
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but our guard just passed out. We need to just, be alone for a minute.
If you want, I could sort of take his place. I'm part of the security detail for the caravan, and I could help out your wagon specifically while I'm doing my rounds. I could kind of give you and your family a little extra attention, if you know
He's
what
already
I mean.
disappeared back into the wagon, and
All right, well,
says,
good
"Come
meeting
along."
you.
and kind of sheepishly the wife moves back in.
D-
And the
during
kids are
all-
staying out there, but
During all this interaction, is there a chance I could have taken a peek inside the wagon?
kinda, if you want to like act like you're helping the kids up into the wagon, you could sort of look back into it.
Yeah, I'd like to try that.
Yeah, and from what you see, just real quick, is like several chests lining the walls of this thing, and a large little table with cloth and everything on the back. It's fairly intricate and ostentatious in here.
Ah, it's very intricate and ostentatious in here. Good night. Good night.
Yes, good night. Thank you for alerting us about the. Yeah, we'll take care of him in the morning.
Yeah, no problem. I'll guess I'll just stumble back to the others.
Charity, what are you doing? Or I'm sorry, Hakari.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. What are you doing, Hakari?
I am at the
At the cart of the elves here? Hello?
trying to get back on the map. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm back
I'm
there
sorry.
though.
Here you go. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Sure who was in the elf wagon because I'm not the DM, so I need you to tell me
Yeah,
who
no
I'm
problem.
talking to.
No problem. Yeah, so you walk up to the elf wagon and they're all sitting on top of the wagon, like really cool looking. One's playing with a dagger in his like hand. And he goes, "Hey there, what's your name?" "My name's Galur."
Galur.
Yeah.
Are you guys drinking tonight?
Oh, that was a little hard to hear. What was that?
Galur, are you guys drinking tonight?
I mean, we kind of do some drinking, yeah.
Okay. So I guess I offer the tree sap thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's like, "Oh, cool, okay." And they each like take a fingerful of it.
How old are these kids? Are they like underage?
Not necessarily. I mean, for elves, they're like 100 years old, but that is fairly young for an elf.
Okay, well. Take a fingerful, okay.
Yeah, so they each take a fingerful of this and put it in their mouth, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Oh, I can't even feel my lips." And they're like
Okay.
high-fiving each other. Yeah.
Are all four of them about the same age? Like they're literally like teenage boys hanging out?
It seems kind of like it, yeah.
Oh man. Weird about that. Which one looks the oldest?
That would be Galur, yeah.
Okay, god damn it.
There's one with glasses. His name is
Jesus.
Arafil.
Are they hipster glasses?
Kinda. Like, they're medieval glasses, so they're giant, long, thick things.
No. Okay.
But his were like duct taped on the side.
Do I have any other alcohol on me besides tree sap?
You do have some druidic alcohol, yes.
Okay. I'm like, Galur,
Had for years.
come here. Hop off the wagon.
Galur comes down. He's like, "Yeah."
I hand him the flask
All right.
and come this way. Is there like anywhere around here, like woods?
To defile
Anything?
a young elf.
Jealous?
You can certainly bring him out sort of into the wastes a little bit.
Oh, it is the waste, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some roving hills now and then.
Damn it.
The
All right.
the guard, female guard, kind of rushes up and she just goes, "Galore, do you need help?" And he like goes, "No, I got this. I got this." And she's like, oh, "Fuck it, okay, whatever."
I yell back, this wasn't going to be a Me Too moment.
All right.
I don't know if I should have said that, but that was funny.
All right, so you're doing that, which we'll come back to in a little
Thank
bit.
you.
Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break here? Everyone go to the bathroom, get a quick drink, and we will return to this gruesome teenage sex romp, it appears to be. I love it.
It's like 100 years old. Come on.
It certainly is. Okay, and bah, there we go.
This is an episode about Vimeris and his wagon.
It's a beautiful relationship.
I don't even think I've stretched my legs, except that one time.
Yeah, I think you've been in the wagon the whole time.
Yeah.
Also good. All right.
And we are back, I think.
We are back.
So what time is it now?
So it's getting to be about 9 o'clock in the evening. You do definitely hear some giggling down sort of one of the dunes. And every once in a while, like a spark of fire seems to be flung up into the air. But everyone seems to be having a good time down there, so no one's really paying too much attention.
Do I
What are
see?
the rest of you doing?
Do I see any like herbs around, or is it just pure sand?
Very little is growing out here, but you could give me a survival check.
Okay. Because I'm just looking for like potion stuff.
Sure.
Survival.
Yeah.
What was that?
A 9.
Oh,
You're not
9.
finding a lot. Most of the stuff is just sort of inedible
Yeah.
weeds.
Desert shit.
Desert shit. Yeah.
All right.
I would probably suggest, perhaps we should all have a quick conversation and formulate a plan.
Indeed.
I
Not-
suppose.
Not by the Furbolg or the other veterans, etc. Perhaps in our wagon.
Yeah, alright. Guys, first order of business. Who wants to help me burgle those halflings?
I'm not sure we should do that.
I think we should keep them friendly.
Guys, I think that spiced rum I got is really powerful.
Yeah, little bit.
It did taste pretty powerful.
My tongue still burns.
I have a confession to make to the group. I am a burglar. I'm a thief.
I think we knew that, Burbage.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Well, so my confession is that I really like to drink.
Yeah?
Okay, you guys knew that too, right?
Yeah.
Alright, my confession is that when I drink, it makes me really want to steal things.
Yeah, that kind of scans
It's
from
not
what we've seen.
surprising.
Yeah.
Alright, well, just wanted to make sure you all knew that.
I'm not sure that we knew that was 4, but we sort of knew 2 plus 2, so, you know.
Yeah, well, I just shared a confession with the group. I think that we should all bare our souls the way I just did.
I appreciate your honesty.
I heal people. There, that's about the same scope.
I hit people.
That is true, you do. You bring
All right,
storms.
I see what you're all doing. You're mocking
I'm not mocking you.
parents' obviousness of my confessions.
I wouldn't mock you. You're my friend.
Thanks, Stormbringer. You're my friend too.
I was mocking you a little bit, but I assumed that's what family did.
Ah, Charity. You're great.
I'm just imagining that you're hugging my knees right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I am.
Thank you. Confessions aside, I did want to say briefly to all of you some things that had come up when Burbage and I were talking at one. Okay, off of the knees now. Off of the knees. There we go. Just
Okay,
pushed you
all
back
right.
a little bit.
Wait,
there we
what
go.
was on
Alright.
Charity's knees?
Burbage
I
was
was on his
hugging
knees.
me around my knees. I'm like, nope, that's
Oh.
enough. That's enough. Okay.
It's time for serious business now, okay, guys? Come on, let's focus.
So
Yeah.
I told this to Burbage, but I thought it would be best. And Vimeris, you might have gotten a sense of this. You all are family to me, and while I know what the word means, I have no memories of my own family. I have no memories of before 3 years ago. And when I met Behelit and gained my purpose. But it's like my body remembers things from my life before. Like apparently how to ride a cart and how to use thieves' tools and various things. I don't know why I know them, but I thought that everyone should know that. Hi. Families tell each other things?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charity basically used to be a real bad guy,
Oh.
is how it seems to me. Charity, you got to admit, it's a pretty cool backstory, right? You've got all these, like, weird little skills that you know by muscle memory, but you have like amnesia about the past. I think that's kick-ass, Charity, and I've never thought you were cooler than I do now. Am I right, guys?
I look
Isn't he cooler now?
I think Charity's always cool.
I look
Maris
really
is kind of zoning out.
I look really torn between being sad and being happy. Like, yeah, okay. So, Phamaris, you told us while attempting to kill us with the sword that spoke to you that there was an elf that you needed to find and then kill. You want to tell us more about that?
I suppose it's time.
I'm gonna hug Vimeris's knees.
And Vimeris is going to be a little taken back, but then whatever. That's just what Burbage does. You were just speaking of family,
Nods.
and I may be a drow, but I've never experienced the true nature of the Underdark. Sure, I must have been born there, but my first memories are of traveling with my mother, an elven druid named Aurora. While she taught me a great many things, most of it only dealt with my immediate survival. And as I grew older, it was only natural for me to begin inquiring about her strange and wonderful powers. Every time I asked, however, she clammed up and changed the topic. At first, I figured I simply wasn't ready. And then 50 years passed. And I grew to resent her, as I assumed she resented me. Our relationship grew strained, and we traveled like this for another 50 years. Me quietly obeying her orders to survive, her moving ever onward toward a goal she would never reveal to me. And then, the man with 3 scars came. We were in one of her makeshift bases, deep in the jungles of Petsteria. Before I even knew what was happening, I was paralyzed on the ground, helpless as I watched him slay her. The look on her face as she fell to the ground will haunt me forever. Disgust filled her fading eyes. Maybe it was hatred. On the day that man took my mother from this world, I also learned how she truly felt about me. And then, that bastard left me there. He never even said a word to me. These horrible memories are all I have of family. I don't even know who Aurora. In all of her notes that she left, all of the tomes that she had collected, there was not a single thing related to who she was, except a pendant that I found on her satchel. And Vimeris pulls out the amulet that he's been staring at in previous episodes. There's a name carved into the back of this, and I kind of hand it over to Charity. And you read it, and it says, "That could be my true name. This could also be the name of my father, or his father. The truth is, I don't know. But I must find the man with 3 scars. I must find out the truth, and then, it's time I avenge the woman who raised me regardless of her feelings." And he just stares pointedly at Charity.
Oh, good. I
And
was
the name carved in is Israk Devere. Is that how you would?
Yeah, Israk Devere.
I was a little worried when you told us that there was someone that you needed to find and kill, that they were going to be a very, very good person and there was going to be some sort of misunderstanding. Oh no, I'll help you burn him to death.
But first,
Mm-hmm.
answers.
Oh, yes. That makes sense.
So slowly burn him to death. Well, no.
Maybe
I want to do it.
Well, maybe questions and then death. Because speed of death can be tricky.
We're not heading to Whistlemere, are we?
The caravan isn't. No.
No. Okay, so that's okay.
It'll later in the caravan. After a few weeks, you'll want to maybe make a detour.
Oh, okay.
But
Discuss it more later.
Burbage has been like, kind of just like vaguely horrified by the contents of Vimeris' story. I mean, like, it's kind of like he's kind of squinting. His mouth is kind of hanging open, and finally he's like, Vimeris, you watched your mother get murdered.
I nod.
That's fucking awful. That's terrible, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I would say that, you never know what another person is really feeling or thinking unless you talk to them, or unless you've got these magical sigils that Charity made for us. But you don't know that your mother resented you or was disgusted by you, do you? I mean, it sounds like you might just kind of be projecting that.
He considers your words, but he doesn't respond.
Burbage dozes off.
I feel like this is.
silence.
I feel like this has happened enough times that Charity just like on instinct reaches out and catches you before you fall, and then just sort of lowers you to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I am sorry that if I have no memories of family, you have such painful ones, but I'm not disgusted by you. I don't hate you. You are my friend. You are someone who, if they have hurt you or try to hurt you, I will defend you as best I am able.
Vimeris nods and he says, I've never had a friend before, but thanks.
You're welcome.
Stormbringer's gonna hug Vimeris and Charity really hard.
Oh God!
And say, "It's okay, you guys. We're family now." And you kind of can't really breathe with her hugging you this hard. And we'll help each other. And she finally lets
I'm
go.
just like desperately tapping on her side. Okay.
At some point, I get my amulet back.
I'll hand you the amulet back. I'm like, okay. Had some flashbacks to the mushrooms there. Okay. I love breathing. Love breathing so much.
Air is good.
Are you guys okay? Why are you panting like that?
Hugging you is work.
Being hugged
In
by
a good
you.
way?
It's worth it.
Good.
Charity sort of nods. Yep, totally agree. Oh God, my ribs.
All right, is that all we're doing for tonight, or?
I'm gonna sort of look at Stormbringer. What if you were the one who pointed out that we were family? What memories do you have of your family?
Oh, I grew up with the Goliaths. My dad died when I was pretty young, but that's not really a thing, so that wasn't a big deal. But I grew up with my sister and my mom, and they were really awesome, and they were always there for me, and it was great. The end.
I'm really glad that we were all really honest and open with each other, and that there are no more
Stormbringer,
secrets.
make a deception check. Yeah.
That doesn't even pass my passive insight.
You guys you think there's something off about that, but you're also maybe respecting that she obviously doesn't want to talk about it at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What I said stands.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'll sort of smile at her. If you ever want to share more details, know that I think we'll all listen. I know I will. and
No, they
that
just
will
it
support
was
you. It's okay.
it was
you don't
good.
need. You don't need to.
They
It's
just
okay.
they
It's
loved
okay.
me, and I supported them to the best of my ability, and they loved me, and it was good.
I'm assuming if that's carrying that same deception roll, that I'm catching something's a little off there. Like
It's not actually like none of what I'm saying is a lie.
It's something feels
omission
off or
more
weird.
than commission. I'm assuming, but like
Right, it's
okay.
it's you sense a bit of her straining to maybe she does believe this, but it's a slight bit of stretch.
But maybe she's
even in
making
her mind
herself
to believe it.
believe it.
Yeah,
okay,
that makes sense.
okay, yeah.
That's kind of how I read it.
Yeah,
at least.
but Charity will be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, we don't. The only memory I have of parents in any way is my father. But my only memory of him is him dying. So, yeah, not great.
It's okay. It's okay, Charity. And I'll pat you in a what is attempt to be gentle, but still is pretty hard.
I only sag
say-
slightly.
It's okay, Charity. Death's not really a thing. It's not. It's okay.
Well, you know what? Sure. Death doesn't have to be a thing for you. I'm still going to try to
Death
keep...
doesn't have to be a thing for any of us.
I'm still going to try to keep
Yeah.
you alive as best I can.
Well, that's very sweet. That's because you're a very good Charity.
I try to be.
And with that, probably you start making preparations for the evening, settling down, setting up your tents, making sure everything is comfortable as best you can in the hot night. Go ahead and make sure you take rations for the day, unless you had a good berry.
I ate a good berry.
That was fine. And really, the rations were provided by the cooks today, so probably none of you need that if you ate the Furbolg food.
Okay.
I probably ate a little
and-
bit of it too. Just...
Yeah. And then, Hakari, I need you to make a Constitution check. Just a check.
Okie doke. Okay.
So yeah, just click Constitution.
I am. Sorry. Was looking at a different tab. It takes me forever. Nice. Never mind.
Sorry. Nope. You're good. So that first one means that you and Galur had a very good time. Everyone got what
thanks.
they were hoping for out of this. Little tryst on the side. There is some sand in some weird places, certainly. But you definitely had a good time with Galur. As you're sort of walking him back to his tent after a while, one of the other elves comes out and is like, "Hey, Galur, did you have fun with your friend here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had a really good time." And he's like, "That's fun. Okay, that's cool." And he's like eating something off of his plate. And he's like, "Hey, did you see where Aerophil went? I thought he was with you, but now that I see you're coming back and your clothes are backwards, I'm pretty sure you were not with Aerophil." And Galur's like, "No, yeah, that's weird." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I'm sure he'll pop up." And then they kind of go into the cart, and Galur, as he's leaving you, Hakari, sort of bows really low to you, and then kind of gives you a finger gun and says, "You're welcome."
Wow.
Gentlemen.
Somewhere, like, as he's setting up his tent, Charity's just going to nod to himself. Definitely the first.
All right. Yeah, these guys aren't underage. They are 100 years old. Just to note here, they've
Yeah,
been around a
please,
long time.
please.
They're for elves are fairly immature. Yeah. And then Hakari, yeah, you're able to set up your tent wherever you'd like then for the evening as well. So, is anyone keeping watch then? Tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watch first.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
And I think
Yeah.
the thing that I think we had talked about probably as well was, we were going to have Burbage go first, along with Vimeris.
Burbage passed out.
Yeah.
Stormbringer, we're going to swap your places.
Okay,
If
yeah,
you-
I can go first with Vimeris.
Logical.
All right, and I assume Hakari, you'd be willing to take a spot too if they wanted you to.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, Vimeris and Stormbringer, give me perception checks.
12.
Stormbringer, yeah, you're just really thinking over these moments where people shared this evening, and it's keeping you from really seeing too much into the dark. But Vimeris, in the dark, you just feel much more at home.
Oh yeah, it's
You-
finally
You can
night.
see a long ways away. Most everyone in the caravan is settling down for the night, although you do oddly see the Azamar, Mr. and Mrs., just sitting on the back of their cart, kind of watching you guys, which is really
Ooh, they're
creepy.
actually like staring straight at me.
Yeah, they're just staring straight at you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stare straight back.
Do we know if
Do we
Yes.
know if?
is that it? Do we know if they wouldn't have to sleep, would they?
Ismar?
Probably they do. Yeah.
I would certainly
I didn't know
assume that
being
they did.
angelic. I wasn't sure. Okay.
I would think that they are
Yeah.
because probably what I know of the ASMR is they're about the equivalent to me. I just am
Yeah.
infernally
Oh,
slash.
yeah.
I'm infernally based.
like
they're
angelic.
celestially based, but they're about the equivalent of actually us, and we have to sleep.
Because I am a tiefling too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Vimeris is technically doing the closest thing he does to sleeping right now.
Well, yeah, and then it only lasts about 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then the next 2 hours are gonna be spent preparing stuff. But I'm not doing that yet. I'm not resting just yet because I'm keeping watch.
As you're keeping watch too, Stormbringer and Vimeris, the female guard comes up, the one that was
The
doing
one
the
I
feat of
arm
strength
wrestled.
earlier. Yeah, and she's still rubbing her arms, like, and she says, "Hey, have you seen Araphil around? I don't know if you even know who that would be, but
I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Vimeris?
he's got like really thick glasses. He's an elf. He's one of these stupid kids."
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I mean, he goes off on his own every once in a while to like read. He just, I don't know. And she's kind of looking out into the vast darkness of this desert. She's just kind of like, I don't know. Something feels weird. Anyway, if you do see him, just make sure you tell him to come back and wake us up so that we know he got in. Okay.
Okay, I will.
I'll keep an eye out, and I kind of smile,
Alright. Okay. Thanks.
and
Yeah.
it looks weird because I'm not used to smiling.
Yeah.
It's kind of
She
strange.
smiles back. Yeah.
More like I'm baring my teeth.
Yeah. All right. But that's all you see. Next watch.
So
Okay, so
Charity and then Vimeris, if you're meditating, you can still kind of see.
yeah, but this time, before I do this, I'm going to fill the barrel up with 2 more.
Ooh.
Create water, so now there are 30-gallon barrel,
Ho, ho, ho.
and then I'm going to rest.
Sounds good. Charity, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself first.
Sounds good.
Oh, actually, can I? Before I want to also enhance his
Oh, okay.
charities. So we like pass off the watch ship, and I kind of touch you, and I want to give you charisma,
Okay.
or
Okay.
do you want intelligence or wisdom, or charisma? You pick.
Are you asking
The
like
owls-
I'm asking. Go away.
what Well, you could also be asking
What
charity,
charity wants.
what charity would
Okay.
want. Charity
Okay.
would say probably something to help me keep watch. So, wisdom.
Okay, and then I give you Owl's wisdom.
All right. So you have
No.
advantage on a wisdom check plus your guidance.
Now I'm meditating
Advantage.
for 4 hours.
And that'll just be your passive perception while you're doing that for Maris.
Yeah.
Very nice, Charity. Finally, Charity, you do see the Azamar like open a large hatch into the top of their cart, which you noticed was kind of like almost a metal of some sort, and then they go down into it like that, and then close the hatch above them.
That's totally normal. Yeah.
The fire will eventually go out, and even the furbolgs are packing everything up and going to bed. You see the veteran sort of wandering around at night. It doesn't seem like he's able to sleep very well, but the dwarf definitely goes back and sleeps for the night.
Does Hakari look like she's asleep? And do I see any signs of the one with glasses?
You don't see any signs of Arafel, and Hakari seems to be sleeping. You hear a pretty loud snore coming from her tent. You assume it's her.
Can't be sure. So I'm just kind of. So yeah, I'll just keep watch then.
All right. And you don't see really any other life out here in the desert. It's a very, very harsh environment, and you just aren't seeing much of anything. You do see kind of a large scorpion on this side, but it runs away into the dust and sand. It doesn't seem like it's going to bother anyone. But that's it.
Okay.
Do you want to wake up Burbage or?
Yeah, Burbage is getting a little slap, slap, shake, shake.
Yeah. What's up?
It's time for you to take your watch.
All right. Yeah, totally. I'm ready.
Mm.
I'm gonna jump right up.
All right. And Vimeris, you're done with your meditation at this point, though.
All right.
Though
I'm going
you
to take the
should
next
still
hour
chill.
and a half preparing spells.
Excellent. Good. And Burbage, give me a perception check, please.
Sure thing.
All right. Burbage, everything seems really quiet. You're looking just kind of quickly over the whole caravan. Doesn't seem to be much going on. You do see a little bit of movement up in the orc area, and it looks like maybe they're getting up early already for the next day and starting to like take care of the horses and clean some armor and stuff. And then that's about it. So it's morning already.
Oh, okay. Before sunrise,
Yeah.
in the last moments of night, I want to do a druidic check.
Okay.
Is there any hidden message or anything that only a druid would notice?
Like in the landscape itself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
around us.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't see anything that would be a sort of druid symbol or sign that has any meaning to you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the sun can rise.
All right. The sun comes up. Everyone's a little slow getting up in the morning because this is their first day on the road. Everyone's really tired. Everyone had a pretty alcohol-filled night, if not sex-filled night. And everyone is up in the morning.
I imagine that
The-
Charity is just irrepressibly bouncy in the morning,
Okay.
by the way, because did not have that alcohol problem and is honestly used to sleeping on
Yeah, honestly, Vimeris
cobblestones.
looks like a weight's been lifted off his shoulder, and he's also kind of bouncy right now.
Yeah. There is a bit of commotion over in the sort of elven area, and Galur and one of the others seems to be kind of arguing about something. Though you can't quite hear what's going on.
Does Hakari also look like she's waking up?
I assume yes.
Oh,
I don't know. Someone kicked me, kicked me yet because I was very drunk.
I don't think
Okay.
Charity
Yeah.
would try to kick you.
Okay, no. I'm gonna hand everyone a berry, like first thing, as soon as I see them in the morning, because I'm happy and I have berries. And then I'm gonna go over to Hakari and I'm gonna kick her awake, and hand her a berry.
Like kick my foot or something.
No, I'm gonna kick you. Like
Okay.
in the side.
If the
Not
I don't
like
know if I
hard.
respond well to that, but
Oh,
if
I'm
the
sorry. I'm sorry.
commotion-
Here, berry.
if the commotion or whatever with the elves is happening sort of at the tail end of my watch as people are waking up, then I feel like I would maybe try to wander over there and try to overhear
yeah, but
eavesdrop.
I'm awake now.
So I don't know, Andy, if I could listen in on what's going on with the
I'd probably be wandering over too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
stumble over now, I guess.
Okay.
People seem to be yelling, and I am really tired, and I have a headache.
As you're sort of walking up, Galur turns to the rest of you, and just says, "Erfil never came back last night.
Oh no!
where did he go?
I don't know. No, everyone just thought he was out at the fire or something, or with me, but he was just gone.
Are there any signs of him? Any tracks?
No. I mean, he didn't take his stuff. I don't think there's any tracks or anything. He was the one that would track people.
Shit.
Stormbringer? Burbage? Vimeris? Anyone here good at tracking people? It's not really something you do a lot as a city healer.
I point up at the
I'm
sun.
okay at it.
Ah. I nod at you, Vimeris. I mean, I can try, but maybe
I can
Stormbringer?
look. I can look. Yeah.
It'd be a survival check for whoever wants.
I'll cast guidance on you before you do. Give you
Okay.
as much of a chance as we can.
Ooh.
And you can roll a
I'll
d4.
use the guidance. Yeah.
Smoke them while you got them. 24.
Nice.
You do see something really weird. A lot of the sand has like covered over exact tracks, but there are small divots left where you're pretty sure someone was walking. And it was someone just walking like north from the caravan, and then very, very quickly another set of footprints also was walking north along that edge, though probably after about 60 feet or so it just is completely lost in the sand.
So it's like there was a line of tracks going out this way,
Yeah.
and then there was another line of tracks that sort of joined them from nowhere.
Yes. From nowhere, right.
Okay. I was just making sure that we understood what you're going for.
Okay, I'll point that out to everyone.
Right, and that's kind of weird
said
and freaky to
yeah.
a lot of people.
Gonna be like, that doesn't seem great.
And the female guard, Roburn, seems to also kind of be taking it hard. And she'll kind of wander over and talk to you a bit like, I mean, they were like fuck-ups, but I didn't think I'd actually lose one already.
I'll do what I can to help you find them.
I mean, what chance does someone have in this climate if they're not with us? I mean, he didn't even take his pack.
Walking back to our tent and going inside.
Okay.
Maybe he's very, very good with deserts.
I mean, he was the ranger, I guess. I mean, he'll be fine, right? They know how to
we
survive.
Yeah.
should we maybe go tell Tellywood about this? It's Tellywood, right?
Yeah, we should
I mean-
see maybe if we can pause and have a search party before we start going.
I already
Again?
I already talked to Tellywood this morning, and she said we can't really afford to stop too long.
How long can she give us?
She gave us a couple hours. She gave us, that's it, a couple hours. But I don't even know where to begin.
Well, north.
Yeah. Maybe I can find more tracks if we head north. We'll just have to watch the time.
All right, would you mind coming with me? I mean, don't leave the caravan completely unguarded, but maybe someone can come with me? Or all of you?
Party.
I think perhaps we should just move very slightly out. We shouldn't leave sight line of the caravan.
Okay.
I'll come with you, Stormbringer.
Can I turn into Simba and do the running scene where he's running across the desert?
Like, you specifically want, like, a baby lion?
No.
Oh, okay.
When he's running back to save everyone.
Adult Simba.
So, adult Simba.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
can I just follow the tracks and see where they go? It might be faster.
I think the tracks disappeared after 60 feet.
After 60 feet, do I get anything with
Yes.
my lion senses?
You get advantage on perception. Yeah.
I just want to go in the direction of the tracks and see if I spot anything. Like, if I don't see anything at 120 feet, go out 180 feet. Just,
I'm gonna
Alright.
shout back, don't leave sight of the caravan.
okay, and I won't leave sight of the caravan.
All right. Yeah, give me a perception check with advantage. to see
Oh, I
if you
should
can
probably
sense
use lion
anything.
for perception, huh? Or would I? I found it.
Yeah.
10.
You don't really sense a lot, no.
Hmm.
I mean, it's getting hot, it's windy,
Yeah.
it's kicking up a bunch of sand, you just don't see any footprints, or you certainly don't see any body or any, like, struggle or anything.
That's disappointing. I come back and I shapeshift out,
Okay.
and I just shake my head.
Ray comes out of the tent like it's kind of like moving around a bunch. Been moving around a bunch because, fleeing around in there.
Yeah.
And she comes out of the tent and she's like, done.
She's like, what?
She's like, what? Sorry, you cut out there.
Completely dressed, made up, hair done. Comes out.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's just sort of like stretching a little bit,
Yeah.
getting the horse ready.
All right. It appears like, everyone is starting to now just kind of settle down, and it seems like the pack of young elves are just now starting to mourn. They're not interested really in extending a search for him.
Okay.
However, in the desert, when you stay in one place for a very long time, that makes it a prime target for things that need sustenance in a very, very harsh world. And it doesn't take long before quickly you see sand begin to sort of shift and move on a hill just to the north of you. Only about 30 or 40 feet, sand is sort of spilling down into kind of a small ravine. And then you think you see some sort of long, almost cactus-like thing protrude up from the sand and then sort of disappear back into the sand.
What was
Charity
that?
Charity is going to shout, There's something under the sand!
As you
sunny.
do this,
I'm not going to be able to perceive shit.
two very large figures emerge from the sand and are rushing toward the caravan. They are giant scorpions with long, massive claws on the front and a very, very deadly looking stinger on the back.
Sorry, guys, caravan's full. No more spaces. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna
At this, I am going to
draw
shout,
my battle axe.
Scorpions!
I'm going to immediately cast Entangle. Because I'm not a lion anymore. Yeah, update that.
And
'Cause you're not
I
a
jump
lion
on my
anymore?
horse.
Yeah, I transformed back. When I came back,
Oh,
I
okay.
transformed back and I shook my head.
And Hakari jumps on her horse. And we will pick up that fight next time. That concludes tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons. If you
Darn
enjoyed
it.
this and are curious to see where the story goes, please follow us on Twitch, where we are simply Helpful Goat. Or subscribe at YouTube at Helpful Goat Gaming. We are a small independent game design firm and could really use your support. If you'd like to know more about us, our streams, our company, or our upcoming projects, you can visit us at helpfulgoat.com. Follow us on Twitter at helpfulgoat, or check out our Facebook page at helpfulgoat. Thanks so much for watching. We immensely appreciate it. From all of us at Goats and Dragons, we wish you an excellent night. Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
And did we happen to hit 50? No, we had 49 followers. Okay.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to
Not-
make this a fun send-out, you can follow us if you haven't already.
we
Get us to
just
affiliate.
need one follower. We're not above begging.
How do you think Charity survived? Um,
Well, good night.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.